No, I'm all right. Okay. That way I don't have to lean into the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's a motherfucker for everybody. So
Yeah,
shit
no,
don't bother me, dude.
I need to get some fucking boom arms. I'm gonna get with some of those. Fuck, hook them onto the table and just.
yeah, we
So
tried
you
to
just
put.
like sit back and fucking bring it to your face instead of having to
Right,
lean
I
forward.
mean, I've done a bunch of podcasts. So, I mean, I get like I've done it on this style mics, boom style mics. I'm gonna turn this fucker down, dude.
Yeah, the booms are fucking awesome, but the booms that I brought
Well,
over.
you just
But
chill.
the thing,
bring it to you.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing about that is, every time you fucking touch the table, it echoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. There was a podcast we recorded.
Somebody was tapping it. Oh,
Brandon and Jesse
No.
for the Lost episode.
yeah, no. And
I'm recording all that. That's why this is all talk.
That's fine.
So.
And Joe Hyde was just.
Oh yeah, Joe.
Oh
over?
yeah,
I was like, "Don't stop doing that, please." He's like talking.
You had
tapping
Joe
it.
over?
Yeah,
He was
last
over weekend.
last week.
No shit,
We
dude.
had him over.
Nice.
So
How'd
you
it
press
go?
record already?
Everything's all
I
recording.
record.
Yeah.
Hold on, just 3 seconds. All
Sorry.
right, now we can talk.
All right.
Just got to add that shit in because
right.
you can line up the audio that way. Like if it's not like good audio on the video recorder, then you would take the audio from the audio and like basically put it on top of the video. That's why we clap so you can line it up on the
If I don't.
wavelengths or whatever. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, if
Oh,
I don't
no
fuck
shit.
that up firsthand though, like I did last week.
So
Sorry,
you
everybody.
have experience doing this then, right?
Very fucking little. Very
Okay.
little. I'm learning as I go. Like I did a podcast like a year ago
Yeah.
and it fell on its face because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So I took a year and kind of learned how to do like behind the scenes shit. And I mean, I'm using this experience to like launch another podcast, but
Right on.
it'll take time.
Right.
So right now
I
I'm
mean,
just
I
really.
want to start my own. I didn't mean to
Let
cut
me
you
know.
off.
No, you didn't cut me off. You're good. Yeah, let me know, dude. I'll help you out in any way I can.
Cool, man.
So
What do you want to do a podcast on?
Yeah,
just whatever.
It was, you know what,
Just
man?
talk shit?
Yeah, talk shit, dude. Like anything, I want to mix in hardcore, MMA, boxing, politics.
oh, that'd be cool.
You know what I mean? Just a mix of kind of everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just everything.
Just talk shit.
Just talk shit, basically. You know
All
what
by
I mean?
yourself, you can have like your friends on.
Oh,
so-
I want to definitely have
Yeah.
guests. I mean, trust me, I could talk shit. I mean, who wants to sit and listen to me fucking blabber for fucking hours? You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, I could do it that way, but I think it would be more interesting if I had guests on. You know what I mean?
It's just
Oh,
different
100%.
opinion and to keep a conversation
Yeah.
going.
It's a lot easier when you have guests. Like doing a solo cast, like you feel like you're talking to yourself, so it's
Sure.
super fucking annoying.
Sure. But you know what? The thing about that is, it's easier to collect your thoughts and get your point across. You know what I mean? When you're doing it by yourself, to constantly just be able to stay on the same train of thought. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And get across what you're trying to say when you're by yourself. Sometimes, so it's like maybe split it up to where it's like do a portion where it's just me by myself, and then bring on the guest. And or whatever,
Yeah.
mix it up. I got a million ideas floating around in my head. You know what I mean?
Even when I do like my intros, like my 1 or 2 minute intros, like I write the shit down when I need to get across, but I get lost by myself. I'm like, I have all the shit. But I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna say? Like, I can't do it by myself. I need
Yeah.
somebody to like bounce off of, and I'm not
Or
the
kinda
interesting
do-
one.
do
I
like
want to
you.
talk to cool
Yeah.
people, not me.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, you're cool, man. You're a cool guy.
Yeah, and I like to talk about hardcore and like you said, like MMA. Like I've never even brought that up on any of this shit yet.
We did
Yeah.
last week. Yeah, we did. It's not out yet.
Oh yeah,
but
with Joe.
it's right at the very end, dude,
It
and
was
we
when
barely
talked
talked
his
about it.
whole Muay Thai shit,
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that stuff, man. God, what a journey he's had with that.
Oh man, you ain't lying, bro. Joe is. Are we recording right now?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
Yeah.
Joe was the first guy that, like, him and I had been friends for a while. We had talked. He was training in, I think it was Aikido or Hapkido. Him and Eckert, and I would like they invited me out to come on and check out like where they trained. But we were also looking into like other martial arts that we thought were cooler, or more practical, I should say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That were more in use for like self-defense.
Yeah.
Like devastating shit.
Yeah, some
right?
of that shit's other like it's like spiritual,
Well, it was
or like the movements, and discipline, with other shit. Like you said, like Hapkido or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
like, that's not too practical compared to
Muay Thai.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Muay Thai was it, dude. And he hit me up, man, and he's like, bro, there's this fucking gym in Wyandotte, man. There's a guy doing a Muay Thai seminar because there was nothing else. There wasn't. I mean, other than Black Feather, um, where I can't remember his name. It was this black fellow. He was teaching that. Or Jay Clifton trained under him.
Okay.
The train. He passed away a few years ago. Um, damn, I wish I could remember his name, but he was legit. He was like, I think that maybe that might have where Joe found out about Muay Thai. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was showing me videos and shit like that on on the internet. Like, dude, check this shit out. This is where it's at. You know what I mean? This is what's up. So he called me. He's like, "There's this guy doing a seminar at a fucking gym in Wyandotte. Let's go." I was like, "Cool, I'm down. Let's go." We went to the seminar, dude, and I fucking fell in love with the shit, dude. I from the first day, because I mean, at that time, like, I had never really trained any kind of martial arts. You know what I mean? I'm just like with my friends or whatever they trained martial arts, but I didn't. You know, and they would show me like what they were learning and this and that. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's cool, man. You know, I dig it. You know, but it wasn't like a class. It was just like they would show me whatever they learned that day, or that week, or whatever. But when I went to this fucking seminar, I fell in love with this shit, dog. I was just like, this is what I need to do every fucking day of my life. And because this is where, like, this is it. Because at that time, like, I was only just lifting weights. You know, I was big. You know what I mean? I was, big, strong dude. I could already fight. You know what I mean? I was already good with my hands. But like, you want to talk about getting? All right, hold on. Let me tell you something.
Okay, go ahead, tell me.
Well, you want to talk about getting humbled? Like, when I went to that fucking seminar, like, they humbled, like, and the trainer's name was Nick Hewitson, right? He's dude from great UK, and dude, he worked us to fucking death. I mean, but I loved it, dude. I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we also learned things. Like, we learned like how to strike properly, like, with how to kick properly, like throw them, a karate kick as opposed to a Muay Thai kick. Muay Thai kicks are devastating, especially to the legs.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah, you see their legs get just fucking swollen, like pink and purple with one fucking kick.
Yeah,
it's
devastating.
It's devastating.
Devastating, man. I mean, one kick, even at 50%, like, if you're, and I did this a couple times with guys that I work with, and this and that. We were out drinking, whatever. Like, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, you fucking kicks can't be that fucking hard," this, that, whatever. I was just like, I'm telling you, bro, like, it'll fuck you up, bro. It hurts. It fucking hurts, dude. All right, man. We had some fucking, beers in us, whatever. Fucking, all right, give me one. I was like, I'm gonna give you one 50%. 50%, that's it. Okay. Boom. All right, so here's the story. This is my buddy Kale that I'm talking about, right? So I give him 150%, right? Dropped him to his fucking knees. He couldn't walk the next day.
Or was it a calf or like his thigh?
In the thigh.
Yeah.
Right below the hip.
Yeah.
Right below the hip or in the hip flexor. And his leg was fucking purple. I mean, dark purple from here down. And I used to do this shit to guys, like, in when we would have class. Once I started training, more and more and more and more, because, like, after that seminar, I was there every fucking day. I fell in love with it. Like, it was like love at first sight, dude.
I remember when, like, all you guys were doing, like, there's quite a few dudes. Like, was Rob Armstrong there?
Rod came and trained with us for a while. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I remember you,
J-Dubs.
Yeah. My good buddy, fucking Bobby Gibson, he listened to this shit.
Yeah.
And Josh Beck. You guys were all in the same class. I remember
Yep.
seeing a picture of you guys.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I was like, fuck. I was like, my boys are with my boys who don't know that they're both my boys.
Yeah.
You're from like high school to hardcore,
Yeah.
Because they didn't know shit about,
me,
what I used to
Joe, Scotty Hughes, that R.I.P. Scotty Hughes, that was my boy, man. He was my training partner. Passed away in a motorcycle accident out in Colorado, but
oh yeah, I do remember him. Big tall,
yeah,
and big tall skinny guy. Yeah,
he was my training partner.
Yeah, I remember him.
Dog,
he was scary, dude. He was fucking intimidating. Just the way he looked at all times. Just like what's up, man? He'd be like, hey, he's like stare at you, like, and I know what you know, motherfucker. So he's so scary.
But he could also be like the most goofy, fun, dude that you've ever met. Like, really eccentric and shit. I'll tell you a story about me and Sky here in a minute. But like I said, I fell in love with it. I was going every day, man, and I used to, like, we used to do, part of the training was the leg kick conditioning, where we would just stand in static positions and kick each other in the legs back and forth, just to get the nerves and the muscles and conditioned to take that kind of punishment.
Mm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it hurt like a motherfucker. You know, we were training with our guys, you know, because that gym had, it was us. We were really just renting space at this gym, and they had Krav Maga guys there as well. So we would invite them over to train with us. It was a beautiful gym, dude. They had a fucking like 2 different rooms where they did Krav. We rented the one side that where all the fucking heavy bags were. They had everything from banana bags to fucking teardrop bags to like silver sand filled fucking heavy bags. And they had a ring, like a legit ring. You know what I mean? So we could go in there and spar if we wanted to. So we, you know, when guys would come in, once we got accustomed to it, and once we, like me and Joe and like all those guys, Scotty, you know, like we conditioned ourselves, you know, to the point where, you know, we could take it.
Yeah, it's
like,
a good kick.
Like we
Fuck.
And we wouldn't even realize it. You know what I mean? Like new people would come in and we would team up with them on like a partner exercise. We, you know, the way that our bones and muscles had conditioned, even if we thought we were going light, because if it was like me and Joe together going light together, it was fine. And I'm way bigger than Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, you got maybe close to twice the size.
Right, but Joe could still take it.
Fuck,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's conditioned.
You know, but like that's why I trained with Scotty, because he was the closest. I was the biggest one in the class.
Yeah.
Right. And Scott was the closest one to my size, even though he was a little bit smaller than me. He was the closest one, right? And me and Scott used to kick the fuck out of each other. I mean, we would kick each other hard on purpose, like just to see how much pain you could take, right? And so like we, you know, when we would get new people in the class, a lot of times we would get these big fucking bodybuilder motherfuckers that would come in there that thought that they were just the fucking toughest things
you know, like
ever. Is the king should have fucked mountain, you know what I mean? And like they come in there and we would just kick the fuck out of them, dude. And they would I remember a couple of guys fucking crawled out of that place. They're like, fuck this, we ain't ever coming back.
Well, especially if you come in with that attitude, you know, like some sort of like tough guy attitude.
Yeah,
like, it's like really easy to fucking learn your plays.
But see, you know what? That like I almost had that attitude when I came in there. I was like, oh fuck, I know I could fight. I'm sure that they probably thought the same thing.
Get that adjustment real quick.
Yeah, but I got, like I said, I got humbled real fucking quick. You know what I mean?
Fucking
so these guys are like, you know, they would fucking, you know, we'd start off light, bang, 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 you know, back and forth, and fucking eventually, you know, it's just like sparring, dude. It was like you always say, well, let's start off light, and then eventually, it like somebody lands one solid shot, and then the guy you're sparring with gets a little upset or whatever. Now he turns it up a little bit. Then you turn it up a little bit. Next thing you know, you're in a real fucking fight. And we're like, whoa. We're supposed to be sparring here.
You get heated real fucking. Yeah, that'd be the problem with me. Like, it's hard not to get mad. But you both know the same shit. He may know more. So
right.
It's just a mutual fucking full-blown fight, which.
Well, I'm talking about like the guys that were experienced, like even like me and Joe or me and Scott or me and, you know, there's another guy named Mike Riggle. Shout out Mike Riggle. I don't know whatever happened to that guy. That guy was, I mean, his form was really, really good, man. Solid kick, could punch hard. But when it came to foot movement and like ring movement and like ring awareness, situational awareness, like knowing when you're at in the ring, he froze up every time. And I remember trying to work with him, you know what I mean? Because he was like, but like when we went and did that original seminar, like he was like Nick's assistant, right? And I trained with him quite a bit. I mean, he was smaller than me, but he was good. He was good, man. He was athletic. He was, you know, strong. But when it came to, I don't think he'd ever actually been in a fucking real fight.
Just
like
in the ring or in the gym.
So at the point like where, you know, me and Joe went there and started training, I had been in hundreds of fucking fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just you know, weekend shit. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they weren't Muay Thai fights, but
no,
I mean,
it's street brawls, huh?
Right. But you still had situational awareness. You know, I mean, like knowing where you're at. You know what I mean? When the fight happened, you know what I mean? Like knowing how to use your feet. You know what I mean? And how to use your hands, like, and not tripping over yourself.
Yeah.
Basically, you know.
Everybody thinks they can fight until it's actually time to fight, like that.
Right.
Yeah, you
right.
fight somebody who's trained, you're probably in deep shit unless you're way bigger. You just grab a hold of it.
Right. All right. So here's a good story. So before I started training, I was downtown like 3-4 nights a week, like down shows, whatever, and I was down there like fighting 3 nights a week, getting into fights all the fucking time, dude. No, I was just over dumb shit. Helping my friends, they would start fights, and I go in there and fucking help them. You know, it's like
hooligan shit.
Yeah, exactly. You know, here comes the fucking bruiser. Fuck. You know?
Smash people. You know, hey, man. You know, it works.
Yeah,
size works.
So, you know, and I was strong, dude. I was fucking strong as fuck. I was doing powerlifting and shit at the time.
Yeah, I remember you being a fucking monster at one point, just fucking full of muscles.
Yeah,
we still are, obviously.
Right. So once I started training, dude, like it fucking changed everything. It changed my whole life, dude. Like once I started training in the Muay Thai, dude, like it like changed everything, mind, body, and spirit, dude. Like my whole shit was out of whack. Like, you know what I mean? Like it brought everything kind of into balance. And I didn't fight again for like almost a year. You know what I mean?
Oh, like downtown, a regular fight,
like a regular fight,
yeah,
like a downtown, like a bar fight, or a show fight, or whatever.
Then.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, because of like, I was so focused on training, and you know, and that, you know, I was like, I don't like, I'm like, I don't have to prove anything to anyone anymore. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I know what I can fucking do. I will fuck you up. You know what I mean? I don't have to prove it. I can walk away from it easier than I can fuck you up.
Yeah.
I'm doing you a favor by not fucking you up. So we're at St. Andrews one night, and I can't remember what show it was. It might have been Hate Breed. Oh, it was a Hate Breed show at St. Andrews. And fucking, there was these fucking skinheads there. It was weird, dude. I don't know. Because J-Dubs was involved in this too.
Was this when Hate Breed like came through on like a random thing when they was it like Pitbull and like Hate Inc. Was it that one? Because you were training in like 2006 or so.
Yeah,
because they weren't playing fucking St. Andrews at that time. They're already too big, but they had come through on like a last minute thing.
Yeah.
So Hate Inc., The Alliance,
yep,
and fucking Pitbull played because I just seen the flyer the other day. That's why.
So we're in the pit, fucking doing our thing, you know, dancing, whatever. And these dudes were taking fucking pot shots at us, right? These fucking skinheads.
You were just moshing, they're just punching you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So J-Dubs gets a hold of one of these motherfuckers, and we start just, it was like him and like one or two of his boys. And we fucking fought these dudes from the inside of the ballroom, through the main doors, through the fucking lobby, right down the fucking stairs, all the way outside, all the way up against a fucking cop car, dude. And I'm just fucking bow, 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 just working this motherfucker. And the only thing that fucking stopped me, and it was like I heard my own mother yell my name. It was Violet, it was a girl that worked security.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember Violet?
No, I don't. No, I didn't know.
Shout out to Violet.
Yeah.
I heard she was standing at the top of the stairs, and I got this fucking kid up against a fucking police car with the police standing outside of the fucking car, and I'm just beating the life out of this fucking kid. She goes, "Jab!" And I turn around and look, and she's standing there like it was like my mother called my name, and I stopped, and it was almost like all the training up until that point that I had done, it was just muscle memory, all the combinations, all the pad work, all the fighting,
just all the work,
boom, 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 boom.
Just lighten them up.
Just lighten them up, dude.
Oops.
And I just stopped. It was almost like I looked at my hand and I looked at her and I was just like, I just stopped and walked back inside. But we ended up getting to another fight with the rest of those motherfuckers that were in there, and they wanted to call the fucking cops. So, dude, they hit us in the fucking shelter. We had to go down to Violet told us, she's like, you guys got to fucking either get the fuck out of here or go hide somewhere. So me and Jada, we ran down into the shelter, and we were hiding down there from the cops because these motherfuckers, like, they wanted to press charges and all this shit.
Fuck, man.
So me and Jada are standing out there, and we're laughing our ass off, dude, because we beat the shit out of these fucking guys.
I love the shelter, though. Speaking of it, you know, anybody who doesn't know, I'm sure it's only like Detroit people checking this out. But St. Andrews, the venue, holds about maybe pack 1,000 in there at the most.
Right.
On a good night.
Yeah. But the basement the shelter. It's where they have another stage, way smaller stage, no fucking barricade, little bar down there,
Yeah.
and you can get about maybe 300.
Yeah.
It's fucking
I mean, on a good,
a sweet venue.
Yeah.
Fun,
it was
fun,
beautiful,
fun
man.
place,
I fucking
man.
The
miss that
shelter
place,
was the
dude.
shit. The
Yeah.
shelter was always
People
the shit.
hanging off. Like I just remember going there. I've already talked about
Literally
this show.
hanging off the I-beams.
Yeah,
I've done it before.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Bleeding Through and Let It Die played down there.
Yep. Bury Your Dead.
Yeah,
fucking
just
Tyrant.
hanging off the I beams and the fucking monitors because they had like speakers like drilled into the ceiling
Mm-hmm.
there, and people just like stomping on your head while hanging.
Yeah, dude, the fucking Earth Mover reunion was down there.
Yeah,
That fucking shit was insane, dude. I mean, people came from all over the world to go to that reunion. Me and Lenny were living together at the time.
okay, that's what 2010 or
Yeah, it was 2010.
Yeah,
because this year was I don't know if you remember. Were you there?
No.
No. There you
no,
go.
no. I was already kind of in and out at the time.
Right. So I remember the last song when they did "Commitment to Murder." Lenny said, "This is the last song, Commitment to Murder. It's about killing fucking rapists. We'll see you in 10 fucking years." And it was the day after Christmas. It was the 26th of December, and I had posted the flyer because we played the show. All My Blood played the show.
Okay.
And I texted Lenny that I did because it came up on Facebook because I posted it on Facebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it came up and I did the memory thing, shared it, whatever. And I texted it to Lenny. I was like, "It's 10 years, motherfucker. What's up? Let's get down. You ready?"
Yeah. Shit. Fuck, that'd be fucking fun, man.
Yeah. But dude, that show was fucking insane, man. It was fucking insane, dude.
Who else played that show? Was it All My Blood? Wasn't Tyrant on it too?
I could probably tell you, dude. I got the flyer.
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
the
man.
picture of the flyer.
I mean, it was fun.
It was us, like Hawkeye.
There's a few shows that I had missed in those couple of years, and that's one that really, really pissed because they did another reunion
In Chicago.
No, they.
I went to that one.
No, they did a Motor City Fest too, right? Or because I remember,
Yes,
2016.
Yes, 2016. Yes.
The Alliance.
Yeah,
played,
you posted the thing the other day.
Yeah, a couple days ago. That's
Yeah.
why I posted it because that was one of my favorite fucking Motor City Fest. Shout out to Critter.
Yeah, shout out Critter. What up? When are you gonna have you had him on this yet?
I don't. I'm talking. Well, we're still trying to work it out. He's real busy with his fucking job, and he lives out in like Algonac or something like that. So
he lives a ways.
It's
out.
a ways out. Just
Yeah.
like coordinating that whole thing really isn't really that.
Yeah,
easy.
just the way that time frames are working.
Yeah, because
out-
my
working
schedule's
out.
fucked up. It's not like I can just wait for people because I go to bed so
Right,
early
yeah.
for my job.
Sure. I know I get the fucking thing. I've been posting a bunch of old show flyers and
Sometimes-
H2O
Leslie, you wanna
Terrier
grab a question
backtrack.
While we look for this.
I got it right here.
Uh,
Hold on.
Oh, he's got the flyer.
Never mind.
The
The
flyer.
Flyer.
Who cares?
Good
Silence.
grief. Oh, here's the
I can edit it out.
original
Shit.
Poison Tongues fucking thing that we started with. I posted that.
Old school. What year did Poison Tongue start? Was it about that time?
They started 2010 because this was I remember when we came up with this. This is from January 29th, 2011. So it was probably I remember they asked me to be in the band on New Year's Eve 2010 going into 2011.
Mm-hmm.
We were at a party at Herb's house and that's when Lenny asked me to be in the band. So they had already started. They had been together for maybe a year, I think,
Okay.
prior to, and they asked me to play bass for them. I was like, fucking hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I like that band still, but am I dumb or is Lenny not even in it anymore? Either
No, Lenny
Yeah.
Lenny ended up having to leave, because of military stuff and, he just his family, he was having a kid
Yeah.
and he moved out, he lives a
little ways away.
fair ways away, and just being able to, and he wasn't the only one that had kids. Eckert had kids, and it's just family stuff,
Yeah, for
family
sure.
life,
It happens.
it's life. I call it life happens,
Yeah.
you know.
We can always pop in at any moment and
Yeah.
any show, man. I can't wait for shit to come back. Like
Oh, dude.
fucking shows. And that's one thing I wanted to bring up.
Oh, here it is. Bam, right here. Earth Mover, Tyrant, Hate Inc., Hellmouth, Hawkeye, All My Blood, and Disconnected. There's the flyer right there.
Oh fuck, man! You gotta send it to me so I'll post that
I can
one,
send it to you.
motherfucker. Yeah, that's a good show.
And that was when Lenny was doing his Fight Like Hell promotions. That was show number 5.
Okay.
He was doing it. He was promoting shows at the time, like putting shows together and shit. And they decided to do an Earth Mover. And that was a fucking hell of a show, dude. Holy fuck.
Yeah. Speaking of, this is gonna go out after the one I'm putting out tomorrow. Speaking of Hellmouth, I had Jay over here, Jay Navarro. So
Did you really?
yeah, that was a fucking good one.
Jay actually was in Poison Tongues for a short period of time.
Bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was when I was doing vocals. And there's pictures floating around of him up at the our practice space at the loft.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was our spot. Dude. That's where we practiced, dude. It was
God,
fucking
the Loft
chaos,
is so
dude.
fucking crazy.
The place is just a bunch of bands.
It's
Manic-
legend. Dude.
Yeah,
The
Man-
legend. The bands that practice there.
yeah, man. I mean, Manic Outburst was in the room next to us. Annie Up was sharing a room with us. Dude, we used to fucking get down.
Walls of
up there,
Jericho
man.
had a room there for a while.
Long time ago. Yeah.
Long time.
Cold as
ago.
Life was up there.
Yep.
Underground Disciples was up there a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, have you talked to Smitty? Did
No.
Smitty get a hold of you?
No, supposed to?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
No, I haven't had anybody reach out.
Reach
Yeah.
out, Smitty.
Reach out, Smitty.
yeah. Shout out Smitty. Call him. I gave you his number. You better call him.
I'm here, motherfucker. That'd be fucking fun, dude. I only got to see Underground Disciples one time.
At the reunion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Hyde and Underground Disciples reunion at the
Yeah.
Exchange.
Yep. There's some air to clear. I think that Smitty wants to talk about on concerning that. But
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, hey, whatever, man. I'm here. That'd be fun,
But,
fun time.
all right. So there was this. I remember getting back to the Muay Thai thing real quick. There was a story I wanted to tell you about me and Scott
Yeah.
because I fucking love Scott, man. I miss him every fucking day, dude. There was at one point where we had left the gym in Wyandotte, and we were because we trained at a bunch of different gyms. We taught and trained at a bunch of different gyms, right? And at one point we were kind of like gym homeless, quote unquote. You know what I
You
mean?
didn't have
We didn't have a
steady
spot.
Yeah.
So me and Scott's crazy ass, he's like, let's go to fucking Elizabeth because we used to run. We used to do our road work running at Elizabeth Park.
Okay.
We could do running and we could do workouts and shit at Elizabeth Park.
Enough room to do all that.
Oh yeah, for sure. They had pull up bars and shit like that, and we had kettlebells and I would just bring all that shit with me.
Mhm.
So me and Scott were like, dude, I feel like fucking sparring, dude.
Okay.
And I have pictures of it on my phone. It'd take me a minute to dig them up, but it's from a while ago. Me and Scott, and one of his buddies, that was kind of Scott was kind of he was introducing his buddy into this shit that day, and we went to the fucking park and we set up like a makeshift ring. It was like a gas can and 3 gym bags that we just made a square out of, and we just started fighting. Me and Scott, like no shirts, just Muay Thai shorts, barefoot, in this makeshift ring, and we just started fucking fighting.
What the fuck?
Like sparring, not fighting, but
Yeah.
sparring.
50%.
People, dude, we had by the end of it, within 20 minutes, we had a fucking crowd of people.
Oh, people are just
that
watching
were-
you guys
yeah,
go at
like
it.
what are these crazy motherfuckers doing? Like these guys down here in fucking tiny shorts with no shirts on, down here fucking kicking the shit out of each other.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, because a lot of people who go to Elizabeth Park are boring
Yeah.
white people, you know?
They're like, what the fuck are these guys doing? And we were down there for a good hour and a half or so,
Damn.
just lighting each other up, right?
Yeah.
It was awesome, man. It was hilarious.
Yeah, for sure. I remember him just like friends of friends. He was like part of the Taylor crew, like those guys, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Taylor.
Well, he was from Grosseal. That's where he was originally
Okay.
from.
Well, I just know him.
But he
associated with a lot
ran
of
he
those
ran around
guys.
different. So he was in a bunch of different bands. He was in the Stallion. I think the other band was called Lions or something like that.
You remember that band Eat Spit? Remember?
Yeah.
I thought about that band the other day. They're just a local band. Didn't
One
do
of the
much,
bands
but-
got signed, dude, and they moved him out to fucking Chicago. It was like just outside of Chicago, Joliet, and my girlfriend at the time, Andrea, we went down to Chicago, and I went to go visit him, and whatever record label was on or they were on, they had bought him, or he was staying in this like 5-level house It was crazy, dog.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Like, and they paid him a shitload of money. They had a fucking studio at the very top level, like a recording studio, all that shit. But in the basement, Scott spent his money on it. He bought a fucking cage.
Oh my god.
He bought a fucking cage.
Just
And he had a training spot down in the basement. It was fucking crazy, dog.
that's awesome. Rest in peace, Scott.
Yeah, man. I miss that guy. I really do.
So one thing I had an idea. Is what I was thinking, when this whole shit goes back to normal, when we're allowed to go to shows, just a little survey. If you had 3 or 5 bands you can name off the top of your head, maybe local or famous hardcore bands, whatever you want to call famous anyway.
Right.
Who would you have? 3 to 5 bands.
On one show?
Yeah, one show for when shit goes back to normal.
First of all, Cold as Life.
Yeah.
Obviously. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna write it down.
Cold as Life is gonna be is number one. Is this current bands or past or present?
Sure, for whatever you want. Like, what are bands you've never fucking seen that you want to see?
I think we're
Okay.
going for like a dream show.
Yeah, like a dream show.
okay.
Full on
maybe, yeah.
dream show.
Okay, all right.
And then we'll do one about like current shows.
Negative Approach, Buried Alive. Even though I got a chance to see Buried Alive at This Is Hardcore, which was awesome.
Fuck you, 'cause I've reached out to you about that. Anyway, you fucking didn't even see the message, I don't think. I said, I'll go with you motherfuckers. Because I knew Cold as Life was playing. I was like, you guys decide to go.
Oh, that was
Let me know.
that. I was kind of. I don't know. I was like, I went out there with Cold as Life, and I was kind of helping them out with some things, you know, just to make sure everything went smooth.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it was like a manager shit, but I was just like,
You're
there,
helping out, a roadie type shit.
Yeah, make sure shit went
Yeah.
smooth. If there was any hiccups, I could kind of smooth them out.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Okay. So anyway, I just want to start talking about it. We'll
So,
talk about
all
that
right.
after. Yeah. Negative Approach, Cold as Life, Buried Alive.
I would love
Let's
to
start
fucking.
writing down.
I would love to see Earth Mover again. I fucking love Earth Mover. And let's see. I'm trying to think of a band I haven't seen that I would love to see. Maybe a fucking New York band or something that I haven't seen. That I mean,
Yeah, no matter. I mean, they come like 2-3 times a year when shit's normal. So
well,
it's
especially
always
now, like if you were going to put a show together now, I mean, they don't. I don't think you really tour that much anymore, you know. But just to see them again, dude. Were you at the show at the fucking Majestic Cafe when they played?
So they play downstairs.
Yeah,
No,
in
no,
the cafe.
No, I wasn't there. Just next to the bar,
Yeah,
or like in front of the windows there.
yeah. That shit
Just
was-
on a Woodward Avenue.
I thought you were at that show.
No, I never seen them down
No.
there, but I've seen them in fucking Smalls. I've seen them at Smalls,
Yeah.
which is
Or
just as
Madball.
little.
You know, I love Madball. All the New York bands.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I mean? But like AF kind of started the whole thing. You know, Cro-Mags. I've seen Cro-Mags. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of fucking beef going on between, you know, John and Harley.
yeah. Well, I want to name my 5 because I haven't even had time to think. I just came up with it just now.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
okay, because 3 of these bands I've never seen. I'll fucking tell you who they are. One got to represent Detroit with Cold as Life.
Right.
Jeff singing, whatever,
Yeah.
just crazy shit. Because I've never got to see that. You know, like he was already doing Ramallah stuff when
Yeah.
when I started coming around.
Oh,
But
that's another band or another area. You gotta
Blood
think
for
about
Blood.
I've seen Blood for
Blood for Blood
yeah.
with fucking Buddha. You know,
Yeah.
I've never seen that just because I think they were already kind of on the outs. Like they had just put out Outlaw Anthems when I started like, getting into it.
Right.
So that was like 2004-ish, and
Okay.
I don't know when all the shit hit the fan with.
It was with Buddha. You mean?
Yeah, a while
It was-
after
I think
that.
it was a while after that.
Yeah, but they never did like any shows or anything. I don't think they even came around.
No,
Like-
they were kind of broke up.
Yeah,
You know,
and Rob was fucked up, like doing the whole Ramallah thing, probably.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, Rob was doing his thing. You know what I mean? He was living
He
his
was
life
living here, right? Wasn't he living here for a while?
for a period. Yeah.
Yeah.
For a period of time. Yeah.
That's crazy.
We played with Ramallah while he was living here, and that
Yeah,
shit.
Blood and Knuckle Combat.
we-
Yeah, because it was your first show, your opening show.
Yeah. That shit was fucking wild.
I remember that show. It was fucking scary. It was like 'cause I knew you guys a little bit then, so
Yeah.
I was like, this is fucking insane just to be there.
I was just watching some old Ramallah videos. Actually, it was last night or earlier. It was last night, like late last night, like from when Jeff was still in the band playing guitar for me. It was
shit.
It was at the Depot, wherever the fuck that place is at. When Jeff was in the band, it was like a black and white video, and it was just fucking hard as fuck, dude. I remember. All right, so here's a story for you about Ramallah. I can't remember where I was at, but Lisp called me. Mike Lisp, you know Lisp.
Yeah, from Elvin's. That's how I know.
Yeah. And this is when Rob was living up here in Detroit. He called me up, and this was in between their first and second records. First, But a Whimper and Kill a Celebrity. He's like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" I was just like, "Nothing, dude. I don't remember. I was somewhere at a bar or doing something, or maybe training or whatever." And he's like, "Fucking, we're over at, I think it was at Joey Drink Ticket's house. Joey, Big Joey, that was in the Blood and the Beer and shit like that."
Yeah.
Ramallah was practicing in their fucking basement. So he's like, "Come over, man." I was like, "Cool." We go over there, and I remember it was like, I think it was when the first or second Saw movie came out, because we were watching it on TV or on the, we were watching it on the television or whatever, and it was a DVD or whatever, and like, you remember when those movies came out, how like we're like, "Oh, this is fucked up." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So gory and scary.
Yeah, I remember that.
Gross.
And then like we went downstairs, and I watched them practice Kill a Celebrity before the shit was recorded. Like they were practicing these songs.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? That the Horror and the Gag, and a few other songs off Kill a Celebrity before the shit was ever recorded. Like the whole band was down there fucking playing. I was like, wow, this is pretty fucking cool, man. And then like those songs made it on the record, and I was just like, wow, man, that was pretty cool, dude. I got to see him fucking, work, because it was like take one, take two, like they were going through it. They'd stop at some parts and like work different shit out.
Yeah, do different like versions or whatever. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
especially
it was wild.
Like Rob, like whatever, he's just a regular hardcore dude like anybody else. So, but it's hard not to look at those guys almost like. So you revere them a little bit, but he's just as down to earth as
Have you ever talked to Rob?
No. I'd love
Rob is a very intelligent dude. He's extremely
very intelligent.
He's articulate. I wish I was as articulate as Rob. You know what I mean? He's a good storyteller.
He's a real artist too.
Definitely, man. Shout out to Rob Lynn, White Trash Rob. Love you, bro. He's articulate. He's smart. He has an incredible story to tell. The life that he's lived, it's incredible. Have you ever watched his podcast?
Yeah. White Trash Rob's Nodcast. Yeah. He doesn't do it very often anymore, but he was.
Right.
It's here and there. He pops them up every.
He actually brought the Detroit on one of his podcasts, Nodcast. He brought up the
Land of Nod.
Yeah, yeah. Team No Head in the Oven.
Yeah.
He brought up the Detroit scene. And he's like, "There's a bunch of." I think he was referring to the time that he was living out here, and he's like, dude, he goes, he actually kind of stopped himself. He's like, "Bro, the Detroit scene." He goes, "Those are a bunch of crazy motherfuckers out there, bro."
I like to hear it. Well, hey, and Boston's fucking hard too. Like,
dude,
not harder.
Hard as fuck, dog.
No, I can remember hearing stories of like saw blades getting thrown at Boston shows and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like dull saw blades getting thrown at your feet and shit. It's like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you people?
A lot of those people now, like the Boston Beatdown, are like totally different people. So
Right.
that was made at just a weird time in a
sin.
lot of people's lives where they
Yeah,
thought
we were all
they
angry
knew.
at our dad.
Well, it was
Exactly,
like
yeah.
what did you say?
So we were all angry at our dad at that time. That's exactly what was wrong with us.
Yeah, those guys I just live hardcore.
Fuck my dad! I'm gonna throw a saw blade.
Well, a lot of those guys, it's not that they were angry at their dad. Guys like Elgin James, man, like they lived on the fucking streets.
Yeah, that's true.
You know
He
what I
had
mean?
a tough life. I've listened to a lot of his
But
history.
he was, a big part, if not the main part of the start of FSU, and he's gone on to create, he's stepped away from the hardcore lifestyle a bit. But you can't ever step away from it. You're just not involved in it anymore.
Yeah, it's not going
Because
to shows.
it's like once you're involved in it, especially like he was, like it's burned into you forever. You know what I mean? Like it's your personality. It's who you are.
Yeah, especially when you
But he went on
evolve as a person, like in hardcore.
Right. That's how I was, dude.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I grew up in it, dude, and I wouldn't have it any other fucking way. Don't get me wrong; it's gotten me into some fucking shit more than I can remember. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I am. If you don't fucking like it, like we could figure it out. We could talk about it, or there's a couple different ways we could talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Elgin, he went on to he was doing like some country music, I think, and got into like screenwriting.
Yeah, I heard
he worked on. I think he worked on. Fuck, I don't want to quote this wrong and give you the wrong movie, but I want to say it was like American Son. Well, one of the war type movies, I think. But he's writing his own movies and shit now. So it's like he got into Hollywood, and
sort of
like you said, he's an artist. You know what I mean? He's writing his own screenplays and stuff like that. So hey, man, good on him, bro.
Yeah, it was
bully for you, bro.
I remember fucking trouble. Like I remember seeing those FSU videos with the Boston Beatdown, where he got like stabbed in the fucking side, or one of his friends got stabbed, and he's just
Elgin was sewing it up.
Yeah, he's sewing that shit up, man. That's fucking insane.
I've done that before.
Yeah. You've been stabbed?
Yeah.
Oh,
stabbed and I've sewn people up.
Oh shit, man.
Dental floss, man. Dental floss and a good thick sewing needle.
Yeah, hey,
it sucks like a motherfucker.
Pain don't hurt.
Well, yeah, that and a fucking bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
Pioneer medicine right there, son.
In a Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze, pain don't hurt.
Yeah.
I love that.
That
shit.
and a bottle of whiskey is all you need, man. Just fucking maybe a fucking hockey puck or something to bite down on, and they're sewing you up.
I've been hitting the nose with a hockey puck. That's about it.
Oh man.
Yeah, in ninth grade in gym class, Mr. Greeno's class, man. I was pretending to be the goalie, and like we were just like in gym class for an hour, and all these dudes are playing hockey. They're like, to be the fucking goalie, and no face mask, no fucking protection, nothing.
Right.
And just full slap shot, just right at my fucking nose, dude. I tried so hard not to cry.
Hockey and shit?
Yeah, exactly. I tried so hard, and it wasn't even like a real puck. It was like a plastic puck.
Yeah, those orange ones.
Yeah, but it was wrapped in like fucking like electrical tape for some reason. Some ghetto Lincoln Park shit,
Well, that they just to make it, because we used to do that shit. I remember just to make it heavier.
Yeah, add some weight to it.
They were really light.
Yeah, they'd soar into the
hollow.
Yeah.
They were hollow. They were like a safety puck.
Oh.
And we used to wrap them in tape. Something that would be able to slide across the floor still. Yeah. I remember one time because I was playing goalie. This dude a shot came in and this motherfucker swung at me. I jumped in the air like fucking. You ever seen those Boss Rutan fucking videos where he does the fucking splits where he jumps in the air?
Yeah.
It was something like that. And the motherfucker still hit me like he was swinging the stick at me and he caught me right behind the knee. And it was like, I was a kid, it was the first time I ever felt like what it was like to have a knee injury.
Yeah, it was stung by a hockey stick.
Oh, dude, it was fucking brutal. I was just like, you cocksucker. He was one of my friends too. I was like, you fucking prick. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Was all slashing? Yeah.
No. He swung that bitch like a bat.
Fuck. Asshole, whoever that was. Fuck you. No. But still never said my shows. Or my bands. I got to Blood for Blood. I said, the five bands. It was Cold as Life, obviously. Blood for Blood. Death Threat, because I've never seen that music.
Death Threat.
I never got to see fucking Death Threat ever.
Yeah. I think I seen him at this hardcore. I think I did.
Yeah.
I've seen him somewhere.
They played that year, 2017.
Yeah.
You guys all went.
Yeah.
And
2016.
16 or 17?
When Cold as Life played?
Yeah, with Jesse's?
2016.
Oh, okay. Then Shattered Realm, I've seen them a couple times, but I fucking love that band so much.
I seen them at Albans.
Yeah, me too. Twice. Yeah. And Buried Alive still.
You ever seen Buried Alive?
No, they were done. Terror was already a thing when I started getting into it. I think they just had out the demo because because remember Don Armstrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he worked at Jerry's too, where I
Yeah.
worked,
Oh yeah.
and he would show me all this music, and he had there's a life and death fucking hoodie, the Terror's all gray, said Terror, and it had the eagle on it,
Yeah.
and it said life and death on the back.
Yeah, the original logo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And he told me, he's like, Lever Band, and he let me check out the demo because he had it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, motherfucker. First, I was like, it sounds like Hatebreed. He's like, no, it doesn't, motherfucker. I was like, I don't know. I was like, well, it sounds heavy like that.
Right.
I'll still listen to like Dropkick Murphys and shit.
Right.
So I was like, I fucking like that shit. And he showed me them and all those bands from Champion, the Comeback Kid, Agnostic Front. Just
yeah, Comeback Kid was good.
He had all these CDs and he would just play them because Saturday nights we would have to clean the like the meat counters and the coolers. I would pull everything out, all the trays of ground beef and steaks, and have to hose it down and scrub it. And we just listen to the music. That's how I got into it. Just at work, listening to what he was playing.
Into Terror?
Yeah, Terror, Agnostic Front.
Or like hardcore in general?
Yeah, hardcore in general, yeah.
Okay.
Because I didn't know any of it. He's like, this is my radio. We're listening to what I want. I was like, okay, just
sure.
Play it. It's like, fuck, man, just fell in love.
I remember when Terror first fucking hit, kind of came out, hit the scene, dude. That record with the black record with the white eagle and the life and death is, they don't even have it on like iTunes. It's a different logo. Even those shirts and shit, because I had the hoodie, I had the shirt, t-shirt, all that shit. And it's almost fucking impossible to fucking find anymore.
Yeah, well,
I think I still have one at home. It was much when I was a much more fit jammer, so it's smaller. So I might be willing to part with it for a nominal fee.
Just gotta put it on eBay. Somebody will fucking scoop it up, man.
Yeah,
but the eBay sales for like hardcore shit is fucking really weird.
I got a bunch of old Close Life stuff, dude, that I don't even really tell anyone about. I sold one piece of it to a friend of mine, Brian, recently, and he had been begging me for years to buy one of these things because I had two of them. The Cold as Life, the blue half zip pullovers, the nylon ones.
Oh yeah,
with the pocket on the front. I had two of them, and one I had the original one. They just had like the dude in the rat rod in the back with the fucking ski mask on. It said Detroit across the top, but the other one, which was the second one I got, said Detroit Murder City, or maybe vice versa. Anyways, I had both of them, right? And I ended up selling him one. He had been begging me forever. He's like, dude, please let me fucking have it. I was just like, nope. And finally I was like, all right, bro, I'll let them, you can have it, man. I sold him one. And he was ecstatic, dude. It was cool. It was like, I don't have kids, but it's like almost like he was so fucking happy about it. And it made me feel good, like to see him how happy he was to have it. Like if I'm gonna sell any of this shit, I want to sell it to somebody that is gonna fucking appreciate it. And he was happy as well. We sat and had a fucking cigar. We had a couple drinks and talked and shit for about an hour. And it was awesome, man. Shout out Brian Bem.
Yeah, I know Brian Bem.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he's always posting like fucking records. He collects albums, don't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he collects a lot of shit, man. He's
hardcore for life.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, he's always like traveling, going to like reunion shows and shit. I've seen him post pictures in New York sometime last year. I don't know what show it was, like fucking Youth of Today or something. But
I was gonna say I got my keys too. You can use those if you need them.
Here a minute. My keys got opener on it over there.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Well, here, use these if you.
My keys are on the bar over there.
Oh, okay.
You talk to him often though, Brian? Still?
Every now and then. Yeah. Mostly just kind of comments on the internet.
Yeah. Well, what's good though without that shit? Like, there's so many people that you might not.
Yeah, buddy.
That you might not talk to, especially like within the hardcore scene, even though you probably went to like high school with him, right? Or like pretty close, or you guys a couple years off?
No. He's younger than me.
Oh, okay.
Dude, me and Brian, when he was hanging around, like we'd go to parties at like J-Dub's house, and this is when I was in like, my real fucking tough guy, fucking, everyone, like nobody would fucking talk to me unless you like were actually friends with me, like so I go to these fucking parties and Brian would be there, but Brian would talk to me, you know what I mean? Like, but we would talk shit to each other in a friendly manner,
Yeah.
and it was like we would always just bust each other, break each other's balls all the fucking time. It was hilarious, dude. Some of the shit he would say would fucking crack me up. I still laugh about it to this day. And we ended up like, we just became friends, man. And fucking he was a good kid, man. I like that guy.
Yeah, remember last time you and Rick were over, I had mentioned my first interaction with him. I don't know if you remember, we were fucked up last time.
By the end of it, yeah, we were fucking.
Yeah, no, because I remember at an Unbroken Wings show at Floyd's Bar in Lincoln Park. It's okay to tell the story. One of his friends had like some sort of problem with me. I don't even know what the fuck. There's some sort of fight, and I like punched his friend. His friend hit me. And, like Brian just had his like boys back, but he was boys with like, all you guys already. Like, so because I went with Don Armstrong, and they were like best friends, you know.
Yeah.
And like it was some sort of miscommunication there, and like Brian just had his boys back, like hit me, and he's like, no, don't hit him. He's like with me. Like Don was like, what the fuck you doing? He's hit him. It was a little miscommunication, but after that, it was all good.
In a fucking melee,
I totally understand it, dude. Like,
how are you supposed to know who the fuck you're supposed to hit and who not to
hit? Hit one of your friends, like, of course you have his back, like, which just makes sense, you know.
Right.
But shout out to Brian, we're all good.
Yeah. I mean,
we talked to plenty of shows.
That's a good way to figure out like situations like that, or a good way to figure out like who's friends with who. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, at that point, but it's like, hey man, if I hit the wrong guy, sorry, dude. I'm friends. I just got friends with these guys, and the shit went, tits up and went sideways.
I don't know who you know.
And so I just started hitting motherfuckers. You know.
It's just like we said, like some sort of like something to prove type shit. Like way back in the day, everyone's full of testosterone and angry.
Oh, piss and vinegar, dude.
Yeah,
piss and fucking vinegar.
We're just ready to go, and I totally agree with everything he did. So,
right.
On any other level.
Dude, did I fucking tell you? I can't remember if I told this fucking Chicago story about BKC the last time we were here.
Where you and Rick were fighting some people or some shit.
We fought the whole fucking bar.
Yeah. Then they asked, "Oh, you're from Detroit, right? Something like that." Yeah.
Did we
talked
tell that
about
story?
Yeah, but it was very
vague.
Yeah,
it kind of broke up or whatever.
Yeah. We kept like sort of veering off into different directions that entire night. That was such a shit show. I loved it. It was so much fun.
As drunk as we were, I still remember a good portion of that fucking night. Because me and Rick, dude, we used to get fucking drunk as could be. Oh man, we used to get tore down, son. And I don't know if you want me to go through that again. Have you got time for it?
Yeah. I don't know what time. How long we been here for?
We were at 52 minutes right now. We can
we're
still
good.
roll.
Yeah, we're fine.
So we got this gig in Chicago through a band called What. I do remember talking about this last time we were here because we shout out Philly D from What, and we went out there a couple different times, man. I remember the first time we went out there. This is before the crazy. The second time we went out there was when all the shit went, when the fight happened. But I want to bring this up. Philly, his mom and dad, they owned a couple businesses and stuff, and Italian family, super nice, hospitable, just as nice as you could possibly imagine. I remember the first time we went out there, we got to his parents' house, and dude, they had a fucking spread laid out for us that you wouldn't even fucking believe, dude. I mean, everything, great. Dude. I mean, a table longer than that fucking couch of just fucking food, drinks, whatever we wanted, man, and whatever we wanted.
That's nice.
It was amazing. I had never seen anything like it. I was just like, we're just a hardcore band from fucking Detroit, dude. And like they got it out like this for us. I was just like, God, man, this is great. You know what I mean? And we really made a relationship with Phil and his band What. And I met a couple other people out there too. Louis Parham, that's my boy, man. I still talk to him all the time. He's a crazy fucking steel worker out there, man. Shout out to Louis. So the second time we go out there, jump into Jimmy's van, and me and Rick, we stopped at that liquor store right there at fucking Outer Drive in Southfield, the one that's like the fucking triangle kind of place.
Outer Drive in Southfield.
And we loaded up, man. We loaded the fuck up.
Yeah. Lincoln Park Palace, maybe.
whatever.
That's
it's
Outer
called.
Drive and
right,
Ford
right
Street.
before you get on the fucking freeway, Southfield, the one that's right there, Outer Drive in Southfield. If you're getting on the Southfield South.
Oh, Southfield Freeway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So me and Rick, because Rick lived right there, we picked Rick up, and we got a couple bottles of Jameson. Fucking, this is right when Four Locos had come out.
When it was still crazy.
Like the original Four Locos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where
crack.
people were literally going crazy and like doing dumb shit on them. So me and Rick, I remember me and Rick were standing like in front of the fucking cooler, like looking at each other like, you ever had one of these? No. You? No. Get some.
I've heard some
Grab
things.
a couple of them. So we got a couple of them apiece, hit the road, go to Chicago. Me and Rick, because Jimmy and Jeff didn't drink, right? Shout out to Jimmy and Jeff. Miss you guys. Hope you guys are doing good. So me and fucking Rick, we're in the back, dude, and we're just fucking jamming tunes. Me and Rick are drinking fucking whiskey and Four Locos and fucking beer, and dude, by the time we get to this fucking place, we're fucking fall out the door drunk. I mean, fucked up. But we had a bit of energy because the Four Locos had a fucking shitload of caffeine in them. So we're like an energized drunk. You know what I mean? We go in there, talk to Phil, blah, blah, blah. Get everything, carry all the shit in, all the equipment and this and that. And play the show. We went, there was a liquor store, because actually the place that we played at was it was in Joliet where Scotty used to live. And there was a liquor store right across the street from the bar. So me and Rick, we were out of fucking Jameson. So we're like, well, let's go to the bar or the store over here and get another fucking bottle. Get another bottle that we had on stage, and we're just, during the whole set, we're already fucked up. And we're just fucking drinking it in between. We sounded like shit. Jeff was all pissed off at us. Dude, it was just a fucking shit show. We got through it, It sounded halfway decent, but it definitely didn't sound as good as we could have sounded, because me and Rick were just fucking 3 sheets to the wind. Anyways, after the show, after our set, I should say, next band goes on. We get done, we take all the shit off the stage, whatever we got to do. And I wanted to go check out this other band. Standing in front of the stage, and this dude keeps taking fucking pot shots at me, dude. I'm standing like literally up against the stage. This dude was probably like, he was bigger than me, man. He was like 6'8", whatever. He was a big fucking lumbering, towering motherfucker.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, but he was just a big fucking giant. You look like an oaf.
You have to be
Yeah.
bigger than you, then that's
Right.
that's a problem.
Right. So this dude just keeps fucking. People weren't really moshing or dancing. He would just kept pushing me. Like, it was only me, right? I turned around and I said, "Listen, motherfucker," I said, "you touch me one more fucking time, and it's fucking over for you. I'm gonna fuck you up. You understand me?" Oh, whatever, bro. And he goes off, and it's not. Dude, it didn't take fucking 2 minutes, bro. This guy comes back, and it's like, I told Rick, I was like, if this motherfucker lays one more finger on me, I'm gonna fuck this dude up. And Rick's like, I got your back, bro. He comes back around, fucking boom, shit was on, dude. We went after these motherfuckers like
no questions asked,
like wolves, dude.
Hey.
I fucking told you, bro.
I've been warned.
Yeah. So we go after this motherfucker. We're working him, right? Here comes security. And, this bar, it was a strange setup. It was a big bar. There was one side was like the venue side, and there was a fucking shallow stairway that went around. It was like, they had another bar. So it was a bar, like kind of like a horseshoe bar, but there was a wall in between instead of like it being open or just a mirror or whatever. And, that was the venue side. And it was big. It was a big place. And, there was like 4 or 5 shallow steps that went up to get over to this other side. And me and Rick are just going crazy, just working motherfuckers, right? Here comes all this fucking security that was nowhere around during the show. Like, you would figure that like there would be security around kind of watching the, mosh pit floor or whatever. They were nowhere to be found. They were over on the other side talking to fucking girls or whatever the fuck they're doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eating fucking chicken fingers, whatever the fuck they do, you know what I mean?
Not bouncing.
Here comes all these fucking jackoffs coming in, and like they're going after two fucking guys, me and Rick, and we were like Tasmanian fucking devils in there, dude. It was just tornadoes, just fucking everybody up, dude. And anyone that was in eyesight was getting it.
Yeah.
Everyone was getting it. So they fucking corralled us. And I remember the fucking guy that was that I had an issue with. I ended up getting fucking one of these guys grabs me behind from my back, grabs my throat, and I ended up sitting down on this step. But I also had the guy in a fucking choke like this. So I'm in the choke. This guy's in a choke. There's three of us. Boom, boom, boom. Right? He's like, let him go. The security's telling me, let the fucking guy go. Let him fucking go. I was like, I'll let go if you let go. He's like, all right, on three. On three. You let go at the same fucking time. 1, 2, 3. As soon as he said 3, I fucking just, as soon as he let me go, I was like, boom, 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 boom.
You lied. You lied.
Oh, dude, I fucked this dude up.
It happened.
They drug my ass up out of there.
You broke your promise.
Yeah.
It happened.
They were so fucking, and then next thing I know, here comes Rick. He gets drug out of there because there was like 15 fucking bouncers, right?
Fuck.
I was like, we haven't seen one of you fucking pricks all night long. Where the fuck were you guys at? You sitting over here fucking having a union fucking meeting?
You know, dudes are fucking with you.
Right.
You know it all. Well, you warned them, though. That's just how it is,
So, yeah, and once we were outside, man, we squared off with them. And I think I told that story before, but, we squared off with them out.
I remember I didn't listen to
bar,
that one. So
outside the bar, and I remember me and Rick looking at each other. I was just like, you ready, bro? Because, we were literally squared up with these. We were ready to fight just me and Rick. Jimmy and Jeff were at the fucking merch table. They didn't have a fucking clue what was going on. They didn't have a fucking clue.
Well, they're more the peacemakers anyway.
Well, maybe they did, and they were just like, it's just Rick and Jam fucking fighting again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there comes a point when you're just like, just roll your eyes at it, like fucking jamming Rick again.
Yeah. But come to find out, they didn't know. Like, after everything was settled down, like, we're like, man, where the fuck were you guys? They're like, what are you talking about? We was at the merch table selling fucking merch.
Shirts all ripped and
right, yeah,
black eye, yeah.
So, remember, we squared up with these fucking guys, and me and Rick look at each other like, you ready? He's like, I'm ready, man. Let's do it. And somebody said something about Detroit, and one of the bouncers said, wait. Are you the guys from the band from Detroit? We're like, yeah. And it turned out that fucking, this guy had family in Southwest, and Rick might have knew some of his family and this and that. Next thing we know, fucking 5 minutes later, we're exchanging numbers with these fucking guys. Everything was fine. Everything was cool. Like all the tension was gone.
Wow.
And they even dude, it was the craziest shit ever. They even said, like, you guys ever come back to Chicago, man? Hit us up, man. We got a place for you to stay.
Shit.
That was just like, I'm standing there like going, what the fuck just happened, dude? I was just like, I'm ready to kill these fucking guys. Next thing I know, I'm exchanging numbers with them. They tell me to stay at their fucking house. I was just like, this shit is going off the fucking rails.
Oh, you're from Detroit? Well,
yeah.
Why didn't you
I
say
got
so?
family there. It's like, bro, we've been saying fucking Detroit on stage all night. You didn't see us? Oh, I forgot. You motherfuckers were over here fucking jacking each other off and didn't even see the fucking show.
Everyone's wearing Detroit shit.
Right.
You don't fucking notice it? Fuck, man. You want to ask something, which really doesn't matter at this point. I don't even know if you know, because I don't know. What is with Rick to Life? Like, why don't people like him? What happened with him? Like, do you know why at all?
Well, Rick to Life.
Because I just want to preface this. He's been sending me like fucking messages, like fucking with me, like talking shit, like
That's
saying,
what he does.
like,
that's what he does.
A complete psychopath. I don't mind talking about this because everybody like kind of feels the same way.
Piece of trash. Dude.
But like, what happened? Like, is he like a racist? Because he's like he's like white power worldwide. He's a fucking skinhead and blah blah blah.
I don't. Yeah,
crazy shit. It's like sending like threatening messages.
He does that shit that fucking ever. He was doing that shit to Jesse when they were in Cold's Life and shit.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck happened to him, like what exactly happened.
Yeah, hit too many times.
But like Rick back in the day, he was 25 to life, and what he started doing was he was like repressing other bands' merch and selling it at shows. It was like a fucking merch flea market.
Yeah,
he would have fucking CDs, all the T-shirts and hoodies and all that shit
Cassettes.
of all these fucking
And
bands.
Well, he
And he
just said
was
that he bought
reselling
it and just say like he's like selling it for a band, and the bands wouldn't get any cut of what he was selling, right? Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He wasn't.
Well, that's
he was,
shitty. First of all.
Yeah, he was making money off other bands, right? And whatever, I don't know exactly what happened with him in 25 to Life. I don't know what the story was.
Yeah.
But he kind of disappeared for a while, and when he came back on the scene, dude, like, he fucking shaved his head and fucking had a bunch of fucking more tattoos and started talking all this shit. He was just going after all these fucking, like, Cold as Life is a
Mad
perfect
Ball
example.
and shit
Mad
like
Ball,
that, yeah.
like, especially when Jesse and them, TJ and Matt and all those guys and Craig were doing that Cold as Life.
That version,
he was just, it was fucking nonstop.
Constantly.
Like the messages and the all the comments. You know what I mean? I don't know if he was just trying to fucking reach out just to try and stay relevant, just to keep his name in the scene, just to be fucking.
You see his name. He existed somewhere. Somebody would see
still
his
out
name.
there, but it's like, dude, you're like, I don't know. And then the white power shit came out, and I don't know what the fuck was up with that, because I mean, he shaved his head, he started talking a bunch of that shit,
Yeah.
and but he's
weird
a
shit.
fucking, he's a joke. Let me look right in the camera and say this: Rick to Life, you're a fucking joke. Fuck you. If you got a problem with it, come see me. We can fucking figure it out down on Woodward.
You racist shit, motherfucker. No, yeah, because he's like sending me messages, and I don't know who because he said something about like Joe Hardcore. Like he said, "Fuck Joe Hardcore," this, that, and the other, and I was like, "What's his deal?" Because I asked Joe, like, what he goes, "I fucking love it. See, I told you he's crazy." I'm like, but there's no explanation because he's like old school, and he was kind of already all fucking wacky, and he's saying like the racist shit to me, like a white power, and then he mentioned whatever.
He said it to you?
Yeah, skinhead shit he's a part of. And he's like, "Are you even white?" I was like, "Let's do an interview." He's like, "Fuck you, never." He's like, "Are you even white, dude? All my friends are white." I was like, "What are you talking about?" Crazy shit, crazy shit. And then calling the Terror Zone Nerdcast. I was like, what are you calling it?
Dude, that was his whole thing, dude. It's like, I don't know if he lost his fucking mind. Like,
For
if
sure.
you something happened and maybe he fucking fell and bumped his head, or something, man. He felt or whatever, dude. But yeah, he's definitely off the fucking rails, dude.
Yeah.
But I think he just goes after whoever, like, whatever, is people are listening to at the time or paying attention to at the time. He goes after that and just tries to talk a bunch of shit. But it's like, by trying to stay relevant, you've made yourself irrelevant, because nobody fucking listens to what the fuck you say.
Just roll your
More
eyes.
or less, people are making pages, like Facebook and Instagram pages, making fun of this motherfucker.
You Rick to Life on a horse.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? I forgot about that until like he started bothering me. I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like searching up
Did
stuff.
you start the fucking page?
No, hell no. No, but it's old news, like the whole Rick to Life on a horse. It's just a picture of him on a fucking horse. It's like, where were you the day Rick to Life rode a horse? Like, I don't get it at all. I was like, I'm totally over my head, but it's still fucking funny.
I think I get what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to troll, but he's not relevant enough to do it. Not even relevant. I don't know the guy, so I can't really say. But like, from what I'm gathering from this, it sounds like he's trying to be a troll.
Right.
He's just
he's
failing.
Crazy.
The way, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The way that he's going about it, it's like,
it's not.
You're trying to troll to make yourself relevant, but by doing it the way you're doing it, you're making yourself irrelevant.
Yeah,
because everyone knows you're a fucking joke.
100%.
Yeah.
Everyone's just rolling their eyes like, "Oh, this guy's still around."
This guy,
like,
oh sweet, you again.
Yeah.
What the? That was something that fucking I remember one night at a party at J-Do's. I still say it to this day. Brian Bevan said that shit to me when we used to break each other's balls. I come walking into the kitchen and he showed up, because that was when he had his fucking long, like, beaver type swept over hair. I was like, "Oh, cool, fucking you." He looks at me, he goes, "Oh, sweet, you again." And I left my ass out.
You again.
I still say that to this day.
But you again, no. I remember he had an awesome hoodie. Do you remember that band Internal Affairs? They were like LA hardcore. They're real
Yeah.
fast. I don't know if you're like into them, but he had a hoodie. It just said "fuck" on it. It was a zip up. It said "FUCK" in giant letters, and he always wore it. But I was like, that's the best hoodie. Instead of like Internal Affairs on the back or something. But
Yeah.
let's just or even like First Blood hoodies. Like they just said.
Yeah.
It's like fuck all over them, like first fucking blood, or next time I see you, you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Remember that shit?
Yeah.
And like blood splatters all over it, like
Yeah.
the craziest fucking hoodies, man. Like the best merch.
Hell yeah, dude. I remember we played. What the fuck was the name of that band that was from Germany? I think they were from Germany. It was like just some kind of just on the front of the shirt was like it's like some distorted picture of the singer, you know, like with the mic. And on the back, it just said "fucked up music for a fucked up world." What the fuck was the name of it? It was just one word. I can't remember what it was, dude.
A German band.
I think they were from Germany. Lenny knew who they were, and I think he hooked that show up, and it was good, man. They were good. They were really good. But there was just like this really just bold black shirt, big ass white letters, "fucked up music for a fucked up world."
Hell yeah. I don't know, man. What else? Got anything to say?
I mean, I got a lot of shit to say,
Yeah.
man. I mean, we can get into fucking
I was
politics.
gonna say I can tell you guys about that merch whole thing, like putting "fuck" on a shirt at the level I had to do a shirt. I tried to do that. I tried to put. There's a wrestling organization, and one of their sayings is "fuck you, buddy," and I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's put it on a shirt." The company that was like printing the shirt, they were like, "We love every one of the shirts you designed, but we cannot use this shirt that says fuck."
Oh.
And I go, "Another one of the shirts says shit," and they
Right.
were like, "Yeah, we can use shit. Shit's totally cool at a corporate level.
Right.
Fuck is not cool."
Well, it was just the words that were like.
It was just the
that
word
you
fuck.
that you could say on TV because they remember like the
This
seven
was
seven
different, though.
words that you couldn't say.
Yeah,
and
this is different. This
but they
was at
changed it.
this was at an internet pay-per-view level, so like I could have got away
Oh
with it.
fuck,
Yeah.
dude! You could say whatever you.
Yeah, I could have got
Say
away with
whatever you
it, but
want.
they were corporate and they were like, "We can't legally because we
What's
have,"
this?
and I was like, "Come on, like
There's
come
a
on."
4 letters. Give a
Exactly.
fucking break.
Isn't that
Dude,
silly?
and it
No,
was
it's
just
still
like-
so silly.
Yeah.
Yellow and black T-shirt that just said "fuck."
It's like, I even like explained to my kids, like, I don't know why I can't let you say fuck, but you're just not supposed to.
Right.
You know, it's just inappropriate for whatever the fuck reason. I don't know why.
Right.
And usually I've
Right.
said it in the middle
Like,
of
this
saying,
is
"You can't
stupid."
say fuck, fucking shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, stop fucking swearing.
Sorry, fuck."
It's stupid. Or
I remember when I was a
shithead
kid, dude.
or,
Like
you know, whatever.
when I got to be like 10 or 11 years old, whatever. I'm like, I hear my parents say it all the time. You know, I'm thinking this in my head. Like, they say it all the time. Why can't I say it? It's only 4 letters. Like is it that? It's not like I'm fucking killing somebody when I say it or fucking harming anyone. So I started cussing every chance I could. Fuck this, fuck that, fuck you.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
I used to get fucking whipped, dude. I'm like, I told you not to stop. Bars is so.
My mom couldn't stop me. She was a single mom. There was no way she was stopping me from swearing.
Yeah, no, I just knew better. My dad was fucking crazy. Like I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I don't even make eye contact. You know? Just I make sure I get through the day without pissing him off. You know.
Dude, that's always been my fucking problem. Is I have a severe problem with authority. And people telling me what to fucking do, especially like with shit that I already know what I'm doing. Like I'm a professional at it. Like don't tell me how to do my fucking job.
Yeah, some
bro.
safety guy coming to.
Yeah, dude,
tell
like
you
don't
something.
fuck with me, bro. Like I've been
Educate.
doing this shit longer than you. Like you don't have the authority to tell me what to do because I already know what I'm doing, right? So
Yeah, even as far as like police officers, like it sucks listening to them. Even it's like doing like 5 over. I'm like I have to. Like I can't just obey the law. I gotta speed a little
fucking
bit.
drive. Yeah, dude, they drive over.
I have to.
How many
fucking
times
speed.
have you been behind a cop, dude? Where you
Oh yeah, they're just
fucking,
pass you up. Like what
Yeah.
the fuck, dude?
yeah, just
like-
fucking 60 miles an hour. See ya. Okay, all right,
Okay.
motherfucker.
I thought it was 45. Yes, I'm like, yeah,
Right.
I'll hit it too. Just like let's see if I can press. Like, so you were doing it?
How
Right.
fast
That's a
were
big
you
deal, buddy.
going?
Right,
Fucking
right.
police.
As
and
long
authority in
as you're
general,
behind them, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I've always said this is a weird thing, man. It's like red, white, and blue has always stood for freedom, unless their lights flashing behind you.
True. Yeah,
Shit's
well,
about to go
it's
down
just-
when they're flashing behind you.
Because it sounds like I heard this saying on the shit I used to watch was like a cop block or some shit. It was like
Oh,
people
yeah.
who would fuck with the police put up signs like
They got canceled, didn't they?
yeah, police radar ahead and shit like that. Like they've been standing in front of there's a cop over here with a sign. But like they always said, no victim, no crime, no victim, no crime. Like, and in a sense, like that makes sense. Like to me, like I think that makes the most sense. I mean, if you're like
Well,
speeding
what about-
excessively,
What about victimless crimes? You know what I mean? Like,
what about them? I
you
mean,
know what I mean?
well, like an example of like what
insider trading, things
yeah,
like that.
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
wrong with
Or like taking,
I mean,
say,
something as simple as like you said, like speeding tickets. You know
like
I mean?
what the
There's-
fuck? Nobody's here. Like
Right.
I didn't hit anybody. I didn't run into anybody.
Right.
I didn't plan on running into anybody.
Or even drug charges, man.
Yeah.
Victim of getting caught with a fucking bag of weed.
Oh, that is stupid. Fuck somebody's life up. Like stop them
Right.
getting jobs and shit.
Right.
Or even I'll go as far as cocaine, like
Right.
or heroin. Like he's minding his business. Yeah. Like shit happens. Like if you're not responsible with it,
I was
but
gonna
that's
say,
when
it
there's a
should be
victim. If you're irresponsible, then there's a victim involved. Like
there it is.
if a kid finds it, okay, now you're in trouble.
Well, I think what they
Well,
did
there you
was
minding
go,
your
right
business.
there. Yeah, right there.
once
That's
they
how it should be.
once they broke it up into like how much you get caught with, like it turns into just possession with intent to distribute or manufacture.
Mhm.
Now it's like they're almost creating this ghost victim because you have this much, so they can't be just for personal use, so you intend to distribute it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That was my brother's charge. Legit, my brother's charge was intent to distribute.
Oh,
just
yeah, what,
because of
29 grams.
Dude, he was fucking 18 years old, man. Well, he was dealing with some shit. But he was 18 years old, and
Yeah.
like
So
the
I
amount
went
that he
through- I
had, they
went
got him
mind
for
your
intent for
business.
distribute.
Mind your
Yeah, it was
business.
fucked
Like
up.
I think decriminalization is better than legalization. Just mind your fucking business. What I gotta pay you now because I made a sale on this? Fuck,
Right.
man.
Right.
You know, with like the weed thing. Like
I'd
I
like
think
to see
I was
like
like, fuck you. Don't take my taxes. Mind your business.
they decriminalized all that shit out in fucking Oregon.
Oh
It's
yeah,
gonna be
all of
interesting
it.
to see how that goes.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's gonna be
dude,
very
is
interesting.
to see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, but people aren't going to jail or having to pay
I mean,
the state
Portland's
for
a fucking
stupid.
shithole as it is.
No, yeah, Portland's a joke. Yeah, it's a super crazy place. Well, at least it
Yeah.
seems what
It is.
the media
It's
makes it.
always been
Insanity.
full of like these fucking what has become the far left.
Yeah, extreme left.
Where
the most part.
back in the 90s of like Seattle, Portland, where all these fucking anarchists
Yeah.
were coming from. You know what I mean? And I've said this before. I think a lot of these motherfuckers that have become Antifa were the children of those people from back in the
Hell
90s
yeah.
and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would agree because I think like because I don't consider myself an anarchist, but I don't agree with any political party whatsoever.
Right.
But like I would say that level of anarchist, like they didn't get what it was actually about, and that's
Right.
why it became Antifa.
Right.
Like they were like, well, we've got to organize, and it's like, no, just mind your own fucking business. Do your thing. Have your little village, but
Yeah,
we're not
your
meant to
little
be these
commune.
big fucking groups.
Yeah.
We're meant to be these small cliques.
Yeah,
Well, the
the
thing
government's
was
not going away
they-
either.
No, the government's
no,
staying here.
No.
They
We're
get
here
the
for the
fuck out.
No, hell no. The thing was, it's like you didn't really make your fucking point because whatever your point was, as Antifa, it's
It was-
you didn't have a fucking edge because anyone that didn't agree with you was a fascist,
Mhm.
which is completely fucking false.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Just because they don't agree with you and your fucked up way of fucking thinking, that doesn't make me a Nazi.
Right.
So you're trying to say that America is full of fucking 70 million, 75 million Nazis?
Not even close.
I think what people
It-
nowadays
just
don't
a good
remember is
term.
there's that middle ground that we're supposed to meet on. Like, you can have your far extreme beliefs and you can have your far extreme this way, but we need to come in the middle and be like, hey, look, this is what I believe, this is what you believe. Let's find that common ground. And unfortunately, we don't do that anymore. I mean,
Right.
nobody uses common sense. It's my
Yeah.
way or the highway because all
And
of
'cause
these
the
people agree with me.
fucking social media too.
Mhm. Yeah,
Oh, dude,
algorithms,
that's so-
algorithms that fuck
big
that
It's
up.
tech-
so influential. It's scary.
Big tech and social media
Scary.
is, dude, like the four
Scary.
horsemen of the fucking apocalypse.
It's so
But if you
scary.
invest in stocks, trust me, invest in all of that. Invest in the four horsemen, trust me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right now,
Right,
you'll
right,
be
right.
doing okay.
What,
Right.
Well, I mean, I know, like, well, I guess I know some of the history of like the Antifa shit. It started like back in like when Mussolini was the dictator of fucking Italy. Like, it was legit
Yeah.
anti-fascist organization for
When it
a
was
perfectly
actually
good
necessary.
reason.
when it was
Now
necessary.
you're just tearing up shit, screaming about things that kind of isn't really fascist. Yeah, whether you agree
There's
with
nothing going
whoever's
on
in
here that's
office,
fascist.
or, yeah,
Nothing.
I don't
I don't
except
think
for
anybody-
them. Except for them.
I was
Like,
gonna say
what they're doing, like they're literally.
he's being extreme as fuck.
Well, no, what they're
Yeah.
doing is like trying to take away people's free speech, gun control. They don't anyone have guns. What they're labeling anyone who doesn't agree with them as is what they are embodying.
Yeah.
Like you are the fascist. You are the fascist. Like you're taking
If
like
you're-
running over fucking when Ben Shapiro and that dude
Yeah.
the gay dude Yano.
Giannis. Not Giannis Papas.
Milo
no, he's
Yiannopoulos.
Milo, yeah.
Milo,
A gay Jew.
who's
Who is-
married to a black man.
Yeah, exactly. They were
Very
running over
provocative,
there.
but yeah.
They're running over there fucking at like Berkeley and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh
like
yeah.
taking
so-
over there when they would go to speak. It's like wait a minute, like that, like you're being the fascist.
throwing
You
M80s
have
and
to,
like
you have to
shit
hear
like
the
that.
counterpoint to your point.
Yeah, you got to
You
be able
have
to
to
talk
listen
about
to
it.
the
That's
counterpoint.
it.
Right, you have to do like
Talk about it.
otherwise you're just living in
Talk.
like I was saying earlier.
I had a piss
You're living
Yeah,
in
good,
an
man. I
echo
got this.
chamber.
Yeah,
You're living in an echo
100%.
chamber.
100%.
And you're just screaming into the void.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And everybody's agreeing with you because we've set up all of these algorithms because we want our world to be peaceful. And I understand that. We want our world peaceful, but we need that conflict. We need that, you know what, man, you said something that I don't fucking agree with. All right, dude, let's talk about it.
Sure.
You know, that's exactly
But
how
that,
I
see,
feel.
that's the thing is you can't
Nowadays,
talk-
you can't get that.
I've tried and tried and tried and tried to talk to the like specifically go and try and have discussions with these people.
Yeah.
And as soon as they fucking get a whiff that you aren't on the same page as them,
100%.
it turns into name calling.
100%.
Well, even if it's on social media.
Oh, it'll
Like,
go to being
name
reported.
calling,
Reported.
You're a racist. You're a Trump supporter. You're a 45er. You're a fucking racist. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, where did this go off the rails? Like, we were talking about something completely fucking different about foreign affairs, and now I'm a racist because you think that all of a sudden you got a whiff that I'm a fucking Trump supporter,
Right. And see, I get it kind of from both angles because I'll just make fun of every party. I think both of them are a fucking joke. I'm a third party voter.
Right.
Since I've gotten the right to vote, I believe in third party voting.
Yeah.
But I'll go at everybody because I'm just like, look, it's all a joke. We're never gonna change it, but let's have fun with it while we can because obviously that's what we should be doing with it. Like, there's
you know,
problems, so let's just fucking play around with it and see what this adventure comes to.
Sure.
This probably all made no sense while Rob was taking a piss, but
Well,
fuck
no,
it.
I know, I did.
I'll edit
I mean,
it out.
Did, but I mean, like the whole third party
nothing
thing, dude. Like
I'm not
like
gonna
you
do
saying, like let's have fun with it. Like a couple elections ago, like when Obama was first coming in. Yeah. It may have been fun then, but the shit is gone.
Shit's
so
gone too
far.
crazy.
It's scary.
Shit's gone too crazy now to where we could do it. Like, I think the last election that we really could truly vote third party as a joke was when Gary Johnson was running.
Yeah.
Because Gary Johnson will always be my fucking libertarian candidate for the simple fact that he was on a talk show and the lady goes, if you smoke a joint within 5 minutes later, you could have a heart attack. And he's running for president and kind of sits for a second and looks down at his watch and goes, "Ah," and just grabs his chest. And I'm like, holy shit, that's even better than when Bill Clinton was like, I didn't inhale.
Right.
Like, this Gary Johnson was like, fuck, I was right before I was
remember
on
that
TV,
shit.
I
motherfuckers.
smoked the joint before I came
Yeah.
out here.
Oh,
motherfucker.
shit, dude.
So the way I look at it right now, like kind of like stepping back and looking at the whole spectrum of things, it's almost as if like before Trump got into office in 2016.
Mhm.
So you had your right and your left, okay, and his entire term from day one, they were going after him with any fucking thing. It was literally a constant fight the entire 4 years. The entire 4 years.
Yeah, it was.
He got acquitted for impeachment twice, beat the impeachment twice,
It's crazy stuff.
even
man.
after he was out of office.
Yeah.
So I think the way that like the spectrum has moved is like, okay, so you had your right and your left, but you also had your far right and far left,
Yes.
right? So it's almost like the whole thing is just moved left, to where what used to be the right is almost becoming the left. Even
I'd almost agree with you.
I work for
Yeah,
a
I'd
fucking
almost agree.
union.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I
do
mean?
too.
And I can't tell you how many union guys were pro-Trump Because union guys always vote Democrat because the fucking union tells them to, which is bullshit.
Yeah, VCAP. VCAP.
If that's the way you vote, you're just fucking stupid.
Yeah,
you're not educating yourself about what you actually believe,
how you feel as a person,
right? But dude, it's like the pendulum is swinging. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'd almost agree.
The whole thing is like the far left has gone way off the fucking scale.
Yeah.
And then the right is almost becoming the left. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I believe that I think what happened, like for me personally, because politically I consider myself conservative, socially obviously liberal. But I also find that what I found during the Trump thing was if you looked at it from a business perspective, which is kind of where I come from, Trump was great for business.
Dude, we had the best economy we've
100%.
ever fucking had.
It was the social issues, but it was all brought on by this narrative that was being controlled by
the media.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, if you were to go look European media, obviously he was bashed in European media, but that was almost just because that's the mainstream thing. I have my problems with Trump. I have way more problems with Biden than I do Trump.
Right.
And it's, for me, it was more, do we want to go back to what we had post or pre-Trump, or
which was garbage?
Yeah, it was all garbage. It's been garbage since.
You were paying attention because I wasn't paying attention. It's like everybody.
Yeah.
It was weird because I didn't pay attention up until.
I want to let him finish his point.
Yeah, I lost it already. It's good. Yeah, I lost it. No, it's okay. No, it's okay.
What I was gonna say is, I didn't pay attention or give a fuck. I still try not to, but it seemed like when Trump got in office, it's like you were forced to because they just fucking threw it in your face and like down your throat constantly. They're like, pick a side, bitch, pick a fucking side, or just whatever. And it was just like strange because I was like, everybody's at each other's throats for the past like 4 years, and I'm just like, whatever is best for the country, I have no fucking idea. I just wish it would not be so hostile.
Well, I mean,
because it's fucking insane the way like people like splits up families and shit. Now.
I just wanted peace.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's all I wanted all I wanted was just, after watching everybody for 4 years just be at each other's throat, I was like, look, just want a moment of peace. I don't care who's going to be in this office for that. I just want us to be at peace, and we're still not there. No. We probably won't be there within the next 4 years. No, we're too far gone.
About China deals and this and that, and I don't know what you're talking about. Like, am I cool in my house with my family? Am I surviving?
That's what you should matter
That's
about.
What.
But you know
matters
what?
To me.
A lot of these other administrations, pre-Trump, like it didn't, for the most part, it didn't affect the normal everyday man or family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now some of these things are starting to affect.
Well, with school and
with
shit.
With this fucking COVID shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's affecting everyone.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
I mean, down to a core level where people are losing their fucking jobs or houses or businesses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it just won't let up either.
Yeah.
And they won't let, and it was a fucking, anyone with common fucking sense is able to step back, for a minute and look at this whole thing from outside the box and look at it and say, like, this is a pre-planned fucking bullshit scheme to fucking throw a wrench in the Trump campaign in order for him to get reelected, not including the fucking voter fraud.
Yeah.
Which there was more than enough proof from, but for some reason nobody wanted to fucking admit it.
I think that boils down to, like, there's always been fraud, and it's just like, now it's like, oh, we're gonna bring it to the light though. Oh, no, we can't bring that to the light because for all these years there's always been fraud. There always will be fraud.
Same game back and forth though.
Sure.
Like, they did it to him. Now they're doing it to
no. This is just the first year that it was kind of like
so exhausting.
It was kind of brought to attention.
It really is.
Yeah, I would say this was just that year that it was bringing it.
As exhausting as it is, it's like it's a fucking reality that we have to face.
Yeah, like I said, everybody was forced to pay attention.
Yeah,
like so like you should know what the fuck's happening.
So here's an example. I went and got. This is I think 2 months before the actual election. I went and got an absentee ballot because I thought there may be a chance that I wasn't going to be in town during the election. So I went and got the absentee ballot from the clerk. Got it. I never filled it out. I had it at home. I was home during the actual election day.
Yeah.
I took that ballot with me to my polling location and explained to them, listen, I have an absentee ballot. I thought there was a chance I may not be at home because of work. I didn't fill it out. Here's the blank ballot.
Yeah.
You know, I want this ballot
Can it
canceled.
be shredded?
Right.
Yeah.
No, it didn't get shredded. I don't know what they did with it, but there was a fucking box under a table that they put in. I'm not fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know what they do with them. So
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
There's
like I said,
all these fucking absentee ballots.
Well, still
I mean,
a live ballot.
I don't
Yeah.
know if
it is
weird.
technically.
if it was because they
Wow.
didn't. It's not like they took it from me and like X'd it out or stamped void on it,
right,
or
which was
ran
what
it
you
through
would
a
think they
scanner
would
to where it
do
would
as soon
get-
as you get it.
because it has a serial number attached to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they put it in this fucking box, and I don't know what there was. I mean, it was like, you know, like one of those plastic
The totes. Yeah, the totes.
There was a shit. I mean, the thing was damn near full. I don't know if those ballots were filled out or blank. I don't know. I couldn't see. But I casted my vote personally, right?
Mhm.
Went and casted it. Had to run it through the machine a couple times because it wasn't fucking picking it up. But it said, I stood there and waited just to see if it was going to switch, because that's another big thing too. The electronic voter fraud, where
where the machines were malfunctioning.
Yeah. And it read, you know, my vote. I voted for Trump. I'm a Trump supporter. If you don't like it, we can talk about it.
Right. It's your personal opinion, brother. Nobody should have a problem with it. Yeah.
And I left, man. You know, I tried to ask some questions, but it was busy. You know, it was fucking crazy busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is the first year I actually had to wait to vote. Like I normally, like when I go and vote, like I walk right in, I'm done.
Dead,
Yeah, this was the first year like I had to stand outside.
Long line. Then it's all 6 feet apart and shit. So we're fucking outside.
Oh, they weren't doing that in Wyandotte.
Yeah.
Around the block.
Yeah.
No way in fuck they were doing that at
Going
my
back to
polling
the whole
place.
fucking COVID thing, like I can't agree. I think that was so played up, so fucking just a total manipulation of the entire globe.
Right.
And I know a lot of people were afraid, a lot of people were sick, a lot of people were dying, but they were fucking dying anyway.
Right.
I think what really
For the
came down
most
with
part,
COVID
yeah.
was unknown, and then they should have. Once we found out that the unknown was no longer unknown,
They knew that in fucking
I feel like
June.
Rumsfeld right now saying unknown unknowns, but fucking yeah. Once we found out what these things were with this COVID virus, I think we should have been like, okay, look, we understand that these things help, but having these fucking businesses shut down is not fucking helping.
It's not good.
Having these fucking restaurants
No.
closed is not fucking helping. There's only a 3% transmission in restaurants. And these motherfuckers are on top of each other in restaurants. It's
Right.
fucking bullshit. I mean, I have friends that own bars here downriver,
Yeah.
and they just now 25% capacity. That's fine. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with the
10 months
capacity
later.
things. I'm fine. But the fact that we were all having to drive to fucking 45 minutes down to
Different
Ohio,
state to, have
to go
fucking
have dinner.
Yeah.
Right.
you know, that's fucking
insanity.
crazy.
It's
Ohio was
insane.
getting, and their, transmission was what it was, but it still wasn't as bad as the numbers were at the beginning when they were projecting numbers.
Yeah.
Crazy
So,
control.
We should have opened
That's-
businesses
yeah.
a long time ago.
It's
long
for
time
sure
ago.
control.
Have you seen the numbers since inauguration day?
Dude,
How
I've given
far
up.
They fucking
Of course
dipped?
they did.
Of course. You know,
I mean,
I've been saying
The
this
whole
since
thing's so
fucking day one.
obvious.
Right.
Like
I was
that.
like, wait
that,
till
like,
after
you
fucking
just
inauguration day.
you get Biden president, so this can end. Wrap it the fuck up.
And then actually, if
Yeah.
Trump would have fucking actually won the election, which he did, he
Right.
won the fucking election. We all know that.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone with common sense knows that he won the fucking election.
Right.
But instead of them, all of a sudden spiking straight, I mean, damn near straight down, they'd be going the other fucking way. And it'd be
Especially-
another 4 years of fucking lockdowns.
Well, if you even think about
And
it, like they would have
bullshit.
been like, well, we didn't somehow this administration didn't order enough vaccines, which is what I seen the other day online was Biden's big push
They
was
still haven't ordered enough vaccines.
that was my favorite thing was there's a meme going around right now that was like, hey Joe, you remember all those campaign promises you came up with?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, damn man.
Yeah. He has
Right.
approved a bunch of arms deals, but still won't give our fucking forgive student debt.
He's got to still go buy a
But why aren't
laptop.
you upset?
False.
Yeah.
False.
Is it? I just seen some shit
No,
posted, so I don't
No,
fucking know.
he said that he's not going to forgive any student.
Oh
debt.
no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was them getting
Yeah,
on
no, I'm
Bernie's
so out
ass.
of the loop,
That was
like-
them getting on Bernie's nuts.
Like,
Like,
they
fuck,
know
we
Bernie-
fucked up.
Ugh.
He didn't even have a plan as to what they actually asked him. Excuse me. What is your plan? Do you want to have all this fucking like redistribution of wealth and forgiveness of debts? What is your plan to do that? Who's going to pay for it? He had no fucking plan.
Yeah, there's no
zero.
Bernie's ideals look great on paper, and I was a Bernie supporter. I will fully admit that, but it was because the ideals looked good on paper, and in actual planning and actual like looking at it logically, there was no fucking way it was going to happen. It's just like Andrew Yang when he's all talking about universal income. Like, I don't know how much you're versed on that, but like, it's a good ideal on paper. It doesn't make sense though in a capitalist society. We live in capitalism.
Somebody has to pay for it.
I'm so
Yeah, exactly.
out of the
Yeah,
loop
exactly. And
fucking
this has got to
naive
be
any
paid
of
for.
that. I don't know none of that shit.
Do
What
budgeting
you
is
talking
great.
about?
Yeah. Oh, I could sit here. This is my
Yeah.
thing. I could sit here for hours and
I just want to
I
go to
love
shows. I just want to go to hardcore shows.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
go back to
man.
hardcore
Hang out with
shows.
people.
Yeah, dude.
Because like I really like the Sanctuary. That place was having so many fucking shows. Have you
Yeah.
been to the new one, the new Sanctuary?
Yeah, it's the old paychecks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been to one of those Paychecks. It's more of like a punk place then, right?
Paychecks was
Yeah.
pretty cool though.
Yeah, it was just like a rock and roll bar in Hamtramck. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's fucking.
That's the one right off of Kniff, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, that
yeah.
one's really cool. Right by
Yeah.
the new Dodge and shit. Or somewhere
No,
nearby the new Dodge.
No, the new Dodge is over on Joseph Campo. which
that
is
on
like
Combo?
the next main street over.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
literally.
I just remember getting off at
Right down the
Kniff
street.
Avenue and then we jumping over there to go to the new Dodge and then
Yeah.
either going to the Sanctuary for wrestling shows.
Yeah,
I mean, because they do everything at the fucking
Fucking
Sanctuary,
what happened
man.
to punk
Yeah.
rock? What happened to punk rock?
What happened
Someone
to
needs
punk
have
rock?
Fucking shows.
Yeah.
All afraid, and I get it because he's got a place to run. There's fines and shit involved.
Sure, but you know
But
what?
I just wish
I was thinking about
someone
this.
would say fuck it and do something, man.
Yeah, I was.
Dude,
thinking about,
they're doing inside shows now. Like I said last night, there was some wrestling shows that like local wrestling shows,
Yeah.
and they were inside. There was one at Victory Gym. There was one at
Victory Gym.
Fuck yeah,
No shit.
yeah. There was one.
The one over on King Road.
Yeah. They
No
just
shit.
did a show Friday night.
More like WWE shit.
Yeah. You know my shit, Rob. But last night was fucking deathmatch wrestling. So if you know what
Undertaker and
deathmatch
that- oh,
wrestling
some
is,
crazy shit.
yeah, dude, like it was a fans bring the weapons
blood and
match. Like
stuff.
people were bringing in gasset plates and shit like that.
What the fuck?
Oh, dude, I'll pull up some pictures. My
That'd
friend,
be fun.
one of my
yeah.
friends, Nikki, she fucking took a gasset plate right between her titties, and I'm like, go, Nikki,
What the
go,
hell is
Nikki.
a gasset?
I
You
don't
never
know.
seen a gasset plate, dude?
No.
So it's the literal
know
like
what that is.
fucking the plate that you put between a cross member and like when you're building a house, it's that plate that you put right there in the joints, where the wood meets the like at
Also,
an
it's
angle.
like that's like 2
Like
inches.
a joint.
so-
Like a joint.
It's a giant
thing
square. It's a giant
with a
square.
bunch of holes in it. and
Yeah, a
shit?
bunch of holes, and it looks like a cheese grater, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
and you
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
pop it in the
It-
fucking.
I always call that thing like a joist.
Yeah, it's called it's a gasset plate.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, she took one between the titties.
Like,
My
they
buddy
threw
took
it
one.
in
In
like a fucking.
no, my buddy Chuck fucking pounded it in her fucking chest.
Oh.
I mean, it's gimmick. There's a way to do all of
Yeah,
that,
Sure.
but
sure.
like, I mean, still, there's no way to fucking pretend you're not taking a gasset plate to the chest or a stapler to the head and shit like
Yeah,
that.
the blood. And
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
wound and all that shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh fuck yeah, it's
It's
fucking,
real blood.
Yeah.
It's their blood.
I would watch this. I find it. I love seeing like. The
I'm gonna take you
fails
to
of
some,
them doing like.
Yeah.
the
We got to go check out
backflips
Horror
off-
Slam.
Off
Horror
roofs.
Slam's downriver. That's downriver's like deathmatch scene. Dude, I'll take you to some Horror Slam shows. You got to check out this dude named Schlack. He was in a band
Oh
called
my God.
Eat the Turnbuckle. They were a deathmatch hardcore band. So like on stage, it was like Bumpin' Uglies, but it
Yeah.
was hardcore. So like they would be like,
Yeah, I knew Bubba from Bumpin' Uglies.
yeah. I know Mysterious Madabo. So
Amato from the stick.
Movado.
Yeah,
I always
yeah,
fuck up his
yeah, yeah.
name. I always fuck up his name, dude.
Yeah.
I fucked up his name on the shirt that I drew for him.
Oh.
He was like, "Hey man, it's supposed to be an A," and I go, "Fuck, Botchamania."
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I was
just
thinking?
shows. Yeah.
Yeah, shows. I want shows back.
Earlier in the summer, I was like, dude, you're not gonna stop people from fucking partying, right? Because like I
House
was
parties became a thing.
I was
Yes,
part of the
Americans.
fucking rave scene back in the fucking 90s, early 2000s, like, and that shit was all underground,
Yep.
all underground.
Yeah.
Whether it's that kind of music, hardcore wrestling, you know what I mean?
Yo, we were doing shows over the summer. They were doing shows in people's backyards, man. We would
Right.
set up the ring in the backyard. Fucking do it.
There's
Just fucking
this
do
is
it.
fucking Detroit, man. There's a ton of fucking abandoned buildings around. We used to have raves in them all the fucking time. What's to say we can have a fucking hardcore show? All you need is a fucking power source
And a
Yeah.
PA.
and a
Yeah.
PA.
I've got one in my dad's house, so we've got a PA, buddy.
Does anybody have a building we can use? Let me know.
Fuck that. We'll
Right.
just find a building.
Please find
You
a
can go
building.
find one, man.
That's
You know
so
what I mean?
crazy. Yeah, that's what you like. Would you just look around like the couple weeks before and find one that's got power?
Yeah.
How do you do it? Let's figure. How do you?
I know.
Well, how would you throw a rave? How would you throw a rave? Oh yeah, you're fucking DTE.
Right. Well,
no,
Sheesh.
subsidiary.
yeah.
I can delete that.
Yeah, don't worry. That'll edit out.
But yeah, that'd be fun just to have like a secret show, let people know like of
That's
a
how they used
location.
to do it back in the day,
That's
man.
so crazy.
Yeah.
Handmade flyers, guerrilla style, man.
And nowadays with
Fucking-
social media,
that's-
dude.
Like if you knew, you knew. If you didn't know, you weren't even part of it. That's why it was such an underground clique, you know, the underground scene. Like, but you know, eventually, it got bigger and bigger and
Well,
bigger.
yeah.
And you know, once mainstream gets a hold of it, and it just fucking MTV when they used to play fucking music videos,
Yeah.
you know, it turned into a fucking. Even though it was a lifestyle, you know, the idealism of what hardcore is, it turned into a fucking fashion show.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? How many tattoos could you have up to your fucking ears or on your face?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At a young age, you know, and dress this certain way and fucking go out and just be an asshole and, you know, start fights and just. And hardcore, it wasn't even hardcore anymore. You know, it was just like deathcore, like, you know, like bands like Attila.
Oh yeah.
You know, and don't get me wrong, like I like Acacia Strain, but like they're still kind of in that same vein. Maybe not the same mindset as those
With the red cord shit. Yeah.
yeah, as those guys in like Attila. You know what I mean? They were just like, it was all about like looking like a rich, tattooed, fucking goofy looking white guy that screamed at a hardcore band.
With
That's
giant
what it
plugs.
turned into. Yeah,
2-inch
giant
plugs.
Yeah.
Like that's what it turned into.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
remember.
Oh, 100%. I remember like going to hardcore shows and like dudes wearing Gucci fucking tennis shoes, and I was like, "What are you doing?
Right,
What are
That
you
was
doing?
weird when
I have a
that
pair of
started
Vans on
happening.
right now, and I'm
Right.
not gonna feel bad if I step on those."
right.
At
No, not at
all.
all. Not at all.
You might catch his Vans in the face.
Right, man. It just turned into a fashion show, man.
I remember
It's-
when we all got grills too. I did. I got a fucking grill when
I
everybody
never
was
had
like,
a
"Let's
grill,
get a
but I
grill."
remember
Fuck
people
yeah,
having
dude.
that shit.
It was like
Yeah.
perfect.
Thanks, Paul Wall.
I remember seeing a picture of Danny Albright with like his grill in, and I was like, "I'm gonna go get me one
Yeah.
now." It's like, that's it. I'm done.
Fucking Danny.
Goddamn Danny.
Dude, once I gotta get work done on this one other tooth. It's the same tooth I had removed over here. That one I have removed. I might just tell him just to remove this other one because I'm gonna get gold implants.
Awesome. I always wanted like gold or silver. Like if I ever had a tooth removed, I'd get an implant like a gold or silver just to be fucking just trash.
I was gonna say that was my granddad back in the day,
Just to
dude.
be
He had his
trashy.
teeth capped in
But
gold.
you know what's crazy is like I was talking to my dentist and they said that the replacing a tooth with a metal implant like gold or platinum or silver, whatever.
Cheaper than
Well, it's not that so much that it's cheaper, but it's also more hygienic because it doesn't collect any kind of bacteria.
yeah, won't corrode. You just
Well, it doesn't
shine it up.
Well, it doesn't collect bacteria like your normal teeth.
It's not an
Okay.
organic material.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Okay, and so then it can't be like attacked by like
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
the
Right.
sugar monsters.
It can sit.
Right.
The sugar can
Yeah.
sit there all it fucking wants, and
Yeah.
all it's gonna do is
Right.
tarnish it. So,
Like-
and that tarnish is gonna cause some shit in your mouth, but
Yeah.
brush
Yeah.
your teeth.
Right,
Going to
brush your teeth, kids.
Get your teeth polished every now and then. Those couple gold teeth, you know.
Dude, what was I?
I knew it was going to happen eventually because it's scientific known fact that like kids that grew up playing contact sports, especially football, and then once I get into boxing and Muay Thai and shit like that, biting down in the mouthpiece constantly
yeah.
and getting hit in the head will
Yep.
cause micro fractures in your teeth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that cause the pressure points in the mouthpiece. And that's that and me, I got hit in the fucking head with brass knuckles a couple times.
Ugh.
That didn't help. I remember one time this tooth I already had removed. It was, I thought it was out of my fucking head, dude. And I bit down because it didn't knock me out. I bit down on it and it pushed the whole fucking thing
Ugh.
right back up into the fucking root.
Mm.
I remember it crunched. It crunched like I was biting on a
Yup.
fucking like a candy cane.
Yeah, that's what happened to one of my front teeth, man. I had a
Fuck,
fucking
I
cap
can't
on
even-
it. Yeah, I had a cap on one of my
I've
front
never
teeth. I was
broke a
biting
tooth
bacon.
like that. I've only
It didn't
Like
even
chipped
break,
its
dude.
teeth.
Oh,
It
dude,
knocked
it's
the
the
whole
worst.
fucking root out, and I bit down and pushed it right back up in there.
Yeah, it's the fucking
and
worst,
it was
dude.
fucking probably 15 years later to where that I ever had any other problems with it.
Wow.
I bit that motherfucker down and pushed right back up into it. It hurt like a sumbitch. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You know.
I hate fucking mouth injuries. Like teeth are fucking gross.
Teeth are gross.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I hate the dentist, man. I mean, I go just because you have to.
Nope.
But like when it comes to dental surgery,
Oh yeah.
dude, if
It's
you
like
don't, if
I
you don't-
trip out. They gotta take a tooth out. I'm fucking shaking and sweating like
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Oh, I gotta
you
take
better put me to
take
sleep.
edibles
Yeah.
before I go,
If
dude.
you don't, we might be fighting by
Yeah.
the end of this.
Yeah, like I get
Yeah.
scared. And one time, I had like a back, like a wisdom tooth. I never got them pulled out like as like a teenager.
Mhm.
So there's like as time would go on, they'd like shift or whatever. And I got one taken out, and it was like a 21-year-old fucking like a little Indian girl, dude. She was like trying to yank on my tooth. She was yanking. She kept slipping and pulling. I was like, "Get that fucking thing out!" I was like yelling at her, and she finally ripped it out. But I had the biggest sorest
Oh my
mouth ever.
God.
And she was like pulling. She kept like slipping with like the forceps or whatever. So it's just like crunching. I hear it fucking me up. I was like, oh my god.
So my
But
parents
then-
had good insurance when
Yeah.
I was growing. Dude, I'm sorry. Finish your story.
No, you're fine. Well, then like, a couple years later, I had another tooth removed from like a regular like a male like doctor, and
Yeah.
I was like bracing for it, like holding on, like sweating and shit.
Yeah.
He's just like, it's like, all right, then you had to do another one on the bottom too. And he fucking took that one. Now I thought he was still working on the same one. I was like, are you done? It's like, so we do another one. He goes, no, I did the whole thing. And it was like 1 minute, and this bitch was working on one tooth
Right.
for 5 fucking minutes, and sweating and blood everywhere.
Your head's going.
Yeah,
Fuck,
it was
bitch,
so
fuck.
scary. So I was like traumatized. Like,
Yeah,
I
Fuck
gotta
yeah.
go back and another tooth removed. I was like, this ain't gonna be good.
bro. When I got this one tooth removed, it's the only tooth I've had removed, and I went in there and the shots were what killed me, dude. Those 3 shots
Mhm.
or 4, however.
Yeah, that's
The
scary.
the main one where they do with the giant fucking needle,
Yeah,
where they do the main nerve.
you're right
Worst,
inside your
Dude, I
mouth.
was laying, my
Worst.
fucking legs are shaking because I fucking hate needles, dude.
Yeah,
My legs are fucking shaking, dude. It's just...
nice and slow.
So I'm laying there waiting for the shit to kick in, and it was a female dentist, and then it was another female dental assistant. They come in, these fucking bitches, they get into an argument with each other, like one's on one side and one's on the other, and it had nothing to do with me, or my situation, but it was just like she was like reprimanding her. And like over top of me, I'm just going.
You're just sitting there with cotton in your mouth, like, huh?
I'm like,
Hey.
is this gonna be a fucking issue?
Like, wrap
Like,
it up,
what
ladies.
the fuck? Like, they're arguing with each other.
Wow.
Like, I was just like, oh my god. Not only do I fucking hate being here, but now this is fucking happening.
Yep.
Bitches fighting.
Do my
But-
parents?
Once they fucking left, the dentist came in there. Dude, it was like that, dude. I don't know if she's like stuck a corkscrew up in that motherfucker. Just went, boom. It was.
Dude, once they actually get those fucking teeth out, they sometimes they'll come right out. When I had my wisdom teeth removed, I actually had to be put out because
Yeah.
I can't do the dentist. I will
Right.
fight you.
Right.
They put me out. Well, my teeth came out so quick. They were like, "Fuck, we gave him too much of the sleeping medicine,"
Oh,
and they
shit.
needed that exam room. So they were like, "Hey, buddy, like, let's wake you up." They woke me up and like walked me over to this like separate room, and my mom's like holding my hand.
They
She's like, "Hey,
walked
but."
you over, you were walking.
They walked me from the exam room into another room so that I could sleep off this fucking medicine.
Right.
My mom said that like she was sitting there with me and there was a pack of gauze pads and she goes, I just looked up at her and I go, "Mom, that's the biggest box of fucking Kotex I've ever seen in my life." And I just went down, dude. Like I was just out. She was like,
Oh,
"Yeah, I don't even know
shit.
why you were talking about Kotex." I was like, "I didn't even know what Kotex was, babe."
I remember like one of my biggest fears, like there's only a couple things that I'm like legit afraid of.
Yeah.
And it's waking up during a surgery and claustrophobia. Like, extremely claustrophobic. And when I had to have emergency surgery to have my appendix taken out,
Oh shit.
I woke up during the fucking surgery.
Oh no, that is so fucking
No.
scary, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That
So-
would be one of my fears.
When I went to the hospital, because
That's so
the way it went down was like I was at work, got a real bad stomach pain. Thought I just had to go to the bathroom. Went to the bathroom, and it was at the end of the shift. Get off work, go home. My stomach started to hurt again, And I got home, and it was like it just intensified. I started sweating. Um, Anyone who's ever had appendicitis knows what I'm talking about.
Septic.
Like, yeah, have you ever had your appendix taken out?
No.
Not yet.
No,
I've had family
gonna happen
who have
someday,
had
probably, I'm
appendicitis, and they're fucked up.
dude. And you know when you get the flu, you get the chills,
Yeah.
and cold sweats. Yeah, I had that, but it was like intensified by 100. It was just one after another, after another, after another. It's like it just wouldn't stop, and I was curled up on the fucking floor,
Shit.
like, in pain. It felt like somebody was sticking a screwdriver right in the middle of my gut. So, my girlfriend at the time, she was at work. She came home, and I'm laying there on the floor, just pale as that fucking paper, sweating. She's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I was like, "I don't know. My stomach's fucking killing me. This and that." She's like, "Do you need to go to the hospital?" I was just like, I'm trying to fight it off, thinking, just give me some water, maybe it'll get better. I took a fucking ibuprofen. Dude, one sip of water, as soon as I swallowed it, and mind you, the whole time before she got home, I'm on the floor on my phone on fucking WebMD trying to like self-diagnose myself. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
It's either the flu or cancer. I'm not sure yet.
I'm fucking dying
Yeah.
over here.
No, dude, and appendicitis is nothing to fuck with, man.
No, dude,
I heard it's a very
bro.
It's a
painful.
very painful thing, man.
So as soon as I hit that ibuprofen and a sip of water, fucking immediately started throwing up. I mean, immediately.
Yeah, your body will reject everything, man.
Everything. And so I was like, take me to the fucking hospital. Get to the hospital. I'm laying there in the fucking bed. And they had to drink these fucking. They gave me a couple shots, like anti-nausea, so I could keep these fucking. I had to drink 2 32-ounce glasses of whatever this fucking liquid was. It's clear liquid.
Yeah, I think it's to clear you out, pretty much.
Yeah, well, so they could do the MRI.
Oh, it's like, okay, yep, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I had to chug. It tasted like fucking chemical Kool-Aid, dude. It was terrible. But I drink that. Here comes the nurse, and I'm laying there. I'm just fucking dying, dude. She's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna give you some pain medicine. I'll give you some morphine." I was like, "No, the fuck you're not." I was like, "I don't want no fucking morphine." I was like, "Don't you fucking dare," because I already had an IV in. I was like, "Don't you fucking dare put morphine in that IV." I was like, "I don't want that shit. I don't want it anywhere near me." I was like, "Give me something fucking non-narcotic, man."
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Tramadol or something, man.
No, morphine's fucking weird. I remember I had to have morphine one time, and I remember asking the lady, I'm like, "Hey, is tasting metal in my mouth normal?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Is my asshole feeling weird normal?" And she goes, "I don't know. I've never heard anybody say their asshole feels weird after taking morphine." I was like, "My asshole feels warm." And she was like, "Oh, that's just the morphine, baby." I was like, "Sweet." I was like, "You guys can do whatever you want right now, then."
She looked at me like I was fucking crazy when I said that. She's like, "You don't want morphine?" I was like, "Fuck no."
Oh,
I was like, "I do not want that shit in my fucking veins. Do not give it to me." I was like, I know you guys
devil.
I was like, "I know you guys have fucking something non-narcotic, tramadol or something like that. Give me that." I'm like, just something. I don't give a fuck if you crush up a fucking Aleve and put it in the shit.
just pretend.
Yeah.
Tell me it's something else.
Yeah.
Right.
No narcotics.
No, dude, and yeah, like I'm glad I have that like thing where I'm like, "Oh, okay, this is what this feels like," and then I never fucking dealt with it again.
Right.
But like legit, I was like, "Oh, I can see how people can get hooked on this shit
Hell yeah.
real fucking quick."
Right.
I was like, "This is fucking great."
Yeah.
So 100%. So
yeah, man. But so I go in, like, get ready for the surgery. The anesthesiologist comes in. They're doing their thing, fucking, and kind of explaining to me what's going on. And I told her, I was like, "Listen, I have to tell you something. I don't know if this is going to make a difference. Maybe you have to give me a little more or whatever." I was like, "But one of my biggest fucking fears is waking up during a surgery." She's like, "Oh, you'll be fine, blah, 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 this and that." Okay. Next thing I know, fucking, I'm out. She had already administered the medicine.
yeah, she had already started kicking you
anesthesia.
out when you were talking to her.
Yeah. So next thing I know, I was just fucking out. The next thing I remember is being in the operating room. I woke up and I looked down and I had all these fucking sticky like nodule things.
Yep, the nodes.
And I went to fucking start ripping them off me. And I went to sit up, and it was laparoscopic surgery, so they blow you up full of air. And I looked down and was just like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel
Oh,
any
you won't
pain.
feel it, but you're gonna fucking, you're
feel
like
any
seeing
pain.
it, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on right now?"
And I remember one of the nurses yelled, like, he's awake and he's alive. And I was like trying to sit up, fighting the nurses off, and one of them jumped over my chest,
Oh
and
my
the other one, another one jumped on top of them, and they hit me again with the anesthesia, and boom, I was out.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking scary shit.
And the next thing I remember is I woke up in the fucking recovery room, and I had the nurse that was there, the recovery nurse or whatever their title is. I asked her. I said, "Listen." I explained to her this fear of mine that I had. I was like, I don't know if this was a dream or did this really happen. She's like, oh no, it really happened.
Oh shit!
She's like, we had to fucking hold you down and
Goddamn Frankenstein.
give you another.
That's
Yeah,
so
exactly.
scary.
Give me another fucking.
Dude, that's
dose.
terrifying, dude.
I thought about that too. Or just waking up and just your chest is wide open.
Oh, dude, when my wife delivered our baby, fucking like they told me, they go, hey, look to the side, because they were bringing my child over.
Yeah.
And I thought they said look up, so I popped over the thing, and my wife was having a C-section.
Oh,
And
you
the
saw
only
it
thing,
inside
no,
out, dude. Oh.
my brain wouldn't let me comprehend what I was seeing, because the only thing that I could remember seeing was a black hole where my wife's like body should be. I just saw black, and I
Holy
sat back
shit.
down. As I sat back down, I look over to the side, and there's my baby girl, and I'm like, okay, got it back into reality. And look over, my wife's there. I go, all right, things are good. They were like, can you come with us? Like, we're going to take you in this room with your baby. I was like, yeah, good idea, because I
Sure.
don't fucking know what I just saw.
You sew her up.
I'm like, yeah, because I'm about to fight all you guys, because I don't know if my wife's body's there.
Right.
Fuck that.
Oh, dude, it's
Well,
the worst.
That's heavy, man.
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, it's wrap it.
3:30 in a couple hours.
We did 2
Yeah, hell
hours,
yeah.
almost exact. So, all right. We'll
Hell yeah, man.
Fun times.